Hello, everybody.
Hey guys!
Hello.
Hi.
Camera 2? Camera
Should
2?
probably put it in
Hello?
studio mode.
Hello, camera 2.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hi.
There's camera 1 over there.
Oh, look at camera
camera
one.
two.
Camera
Switch to
one.
camera 1. Why
Camera
aren't you
2.
using the awesome thing?
Camera
Yeah,
2.
Ash.
There you go.
Hey, cameras. Hello, everyone.
Yay!
Hi again.
Miranda Mythblood just subbed with a
Yay.
regular
Back
sub
again.
5 months in a row.
Thank you,
so much,
Miranda.
Miranda. Appreciate having you.
Hello.
So, welcome. This role-playing stream.
Role play.
We're doing role-playing.
We're going to do role play things.
Yes.
So, Price, why don't you let the people know what we're playing?
Yes, so we are playing one specifically made module for the campaign, which this one. No, this
that
one.
Yep.
We are for the role-playing system called Fate. It's a simple system. It's a free system. You can actually go onto their website. You can find it for free. They'll give you get the 2 basic PDFs to learn how to play it, and then modules you find. People make them all over the place. So we're using a specific module for Fate, Fate Accelerated specifically, called Uranium Chef, which is an intergalactic reality show in which contestants compete in order to try and win the favor of the universe when it comes to flavor.
Oh, yeah, indeed.
That was
Merit with
Merit with
$20.
$20 with the daily donates. Merit on top of it. My goodness. It's the last day, and
Wow.
sadly, also my last donation of Stumptmas. Altogether, it's around $300. Hope it'll help the doctors out. My bed is calling me. I wish you the best 13th day of Stumptmas stream. Love you all.
Thank you,
Thank
Merit.
you so much, Merit.
We love
Have a
you.
good sleep. Hopefully you check out this VOD because it's going to be super cool. Uranium Chef. Intergalactic chef competition in which you're attempting to ultimately reach the end of it. It's just like a reality show. People get voted off every time or lose by getting judged out and whatnot. And at the end, you would like to challenge and defeat the Uranium Chef. Okay? The most feared and revered chef in the entire universe.
Feared.
The known universe. Feared, indeed.
Feared.
Revered.
Revered.
Feared.
So, obviously, we're not going to get through all of that today. We'll be doing an episode of the show, hopefully, as depending on how long it goes. For all of us here, this is our first time playing Fate. It's my first time DMing Fate. But it's a fairly simple system, and it's really built around the concept of kind of collaborative storytelling. So it's very less about the specifics of the stats and the rules, and more about a structure in order to have interactions. There are still turns. There is still combat. There is still stat sheets. Everybody's got a character sheet, but it's not quite as intense as D&D might be with all like the little minutia.
Not
statistics
quite a
and whatnot.
structure. This is going to be a little bit
Yeah.
more like your improv.
Yeah.
Skiddly-bop.
And so I like systems like that. It helps us to be able to make more kind of fun storytelling type stuff.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, Sephron
Sephron,
won.
thank you. And Meowbox.
Oh, and Meowbox. $10 more from
Aw.
Sephron. This makes 20 for me. All I can give, sadly, wish I could give more. We appreciate it.
Every little bit helps.
Everything helps.
And Meowbox says, let's make that number. Nah, I won't say it. Last donation for the best people on the universe. Thank you,
Yay.
Meowbox.
Thank you, Meowbox. You
We're
guys
having
are the best.
A great last day of Stumptmas.
All
Getting
right.
all those donations in. So,
before-
Uranium Chef is what we're playing.
Before we get too far into it, too, I do want to mention
Mention, please.
this is our last day of Stumptmas.
Yes.
Basically, we have so far raised $18,580.
Yes.
Yeah.
You people are amazing. Our last goal, I think, is going to be 20 grand. If we make it there, we're all going to be building gingerbread houses live on camera.
And then Rick has to eat them all.
We still, that's how he's going to die happy. That was our original goal.
I don't know how happy I am about that. We'll see when we get to it.
You'll have a smile on your face.
So yeah, we would love to reach that by the end of this, but we've already raised an amazing amount. You people
Yeah.
are
It's crazy.
amazing.
It's crazy.
You people.
you
Every time you
people.
say you people, it sounds a little like
But
you
we are-
people.
people.
But we are only $1,420 away from that.
Exactly.
It's
So-
amazing.
And then yeah, I also mentioned that we owe you guys a stream of us eating and
Some
playing
Bean Boozled.
Bean Boozled. Yes.
And that's coming.
That's
It's
coming.
coming. It's coming. Don't worry about it. We haven't forgot about it. It's coming.
So
So, in order to start, I think the first thing would be for each of y'all to introduce us to your characters who are going to be entering into the competition.
Okay.
All right, give us a little description of your character and maybe why they're joining the competition. What
All right.
it is
Oh,
that
yeah,
drives
I
them.
pulled
who
mine
would
out.
like to start?
We'll go clockwise.
All right,
I'll
hold on.
start.
Let Ash get the camera. Is the camera on him? Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Camera's on. Okay.
Yep. All right, guys. My name is Zorba Borb. also known as Zorby, Borb, Z-Man, or Boran for short. I am Cephalovian from Cephalobos. And a little bit of backstory. Like all Cephalovians, I was born with 4 eyes, 2 brains, and 8 tentacles.
That's his character over there
Yeah.
in front of him.
During my formative years, I spent them in the slums of Druglia, the capital city of Cephalobo. And I'd often spent hours staring through the kitchen window of Zoflobo, watching the galactic master chef Yiz prepare all exquisite dishes for the rich and famous and drawing inspiration for my own meager dishes. Though poor and lacking fancy ingredients, I learned to transform even the simplest meals into works of mouth art, a trademark term that I came up with.
Mouth art, TM.
Soon word spread throughout the slum of the young chef who could transform Druglia's scraps into culinary masterpieces, and it wasn't long until I opened my own restaurant, Pookie Noops.
Pookie Noops.
Pookie Noops. Everyone knows about Pookie Noops.
Everybody did, that is, until it seemed nothing could stop me in my rise to fame until Galactic Master Chef Yiz caught wind of my successes, and in a fit of jealous rage, Yiz hired Druglia's most feared PR company, Groogly and Groogly, to sabotage Zorby Borb's hard-earned success. It wasn't long before the rumors of undercooked cuttlebutts and spoiled for blows spread, and Pookie Noops was forced to close. Now, Zorby Borb is prepared to step onto the galactic stage to test his mettle against the finest chefs in existence and to take down Yiz once and for all.
Rick, I hope
hear-
to God that you remember every single word you just said.
A lot of custom words in
A
there.
lot of
Lobos,
custom
Pookie
words.
Noops. We got it.
A lot of custom words, I have to say.
So why are you joining the competition?
I'm joining the competition because I want to prove myself to the galaxy and especially to Yiz.
God
That
damn
I'm
it,
good
Yiz.
enough, I'm smart enough, and dagnabbit people like me.
Yep.
Hey.
Oh, it's my turn.
Sure, Jazzy, go on.
All right, I am Wendy Smith. Pop it up there, Ash.
I think so.
There
Yay!
she is,
She's so cute.
Wendy. She is real cute.
I am a human mutant. I am 232 years old.
Do you have a little
Whoa.
thing
Huh?
on your head?
I got it's a mutation. It's a
It's a tumor.
Does it have
a giant
yeah.
tumor
Does it have a
on my
little
head.
smile face on it?
It's benign,
No,
don't worry.
it's just got
Okay.
a lot of little lumps, and
Okay,
I also
okay.
got more lumps on my other arm.
Okay.
She's
All right,
lumpy.
in my
She's got
early
lumps.
life, I was a short order cook for NASA's cafeteria, slinging hash browns and eggs for scientists, mathematicians, and astronauts.
Okay.
Looking to make some extra money, I made a deal with a dock loader to help restock supplies on a routine resupply.
That was a dock loader, not a dockler.
A dock loader, excuse me, to help restock the routine resupply shuttle to the International Space Station. While stacking boxes of freeze-dried food and other stuff inside the rocket's cargo, the automatic doors sealed me in and trapped me inside. I was launched into space without the protective suit to shield me from the radiation of space. I panicked, and I got completely radiated from all that stuff.
Just messed
And
up.
in my panic, I also ruined the ship's trajectory to the space station, and all my attempts to contact Earth just kind of like fucked me over. I'm just in space floating
So
around.
she's floating around in space, radiation
Irradiated.
hitting her like crazy.
Yep. So the radiation space prolonged my life, and I developed a resistance to the freezing cold because it's very cold up there.
It's very cold. I heard.
This is
I've
also
heard.
just a resupply, so they really didn't care about heating up anything.
Right.
Because it's frozen.
Right.
Frozen food anyways.
They didn't figure that somebody was stuck in there. They just saw another resupply.
So I was sustained by the freeze-dried food for months before a band of space scavengers recovered my ship and dropped me off at the first habitable planet.
Oh.
And I've been bouncing between worlds and taking odd jobs and working as a chef, honing my skills.
And so,
So over time, I branched out another arm.
just a little
You can
extra,
see that she's got an extra
Just like
arm
this.
growing out of her elbow.
Yeah.
just like this.
It's also webbed.
Is it?
Oh, is it?
Oh,
Because
the
Oh,
Yeah,
like right between
'cause
you have a
it basically
membrane.
grew very slowly.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
gross. Super gross.
You got
All
a
right.
you got a webbed double arm.
Yep.
Okay,
Alright.
from the elbow.
That's
right here.
weird.
Okay, going on to Ash now.
All right.
And Jazz, why are you joining the competition?
Oh,
Since I've been floating around by myself, I am the first human being that has contacted a lot of these worlds.
Oh, okay.
And because I have no way of getting home, and plus everybody has forgotten me because it's been so long, I decided to stay in space, and now I'm the first human challenger into the Uranium.
Oh wow,
she wants to be the first
Yeah.
human winner.
that's bold. Bold.
Yep.
I'm excited to see
Can
how
you really
you
call
do.
yourself a human at this point, though?
Whoa.
I'm still technically human.
Fair enough.
Meow Boss said, so she is a cool person then?
She's a cool
That
chicken.
depends on her stats.
Yeah, cool is a stat. How high is your cool stat?
It is not what you think.
All right.
That's fairly high.
We'll go to me. Blood Ow.
All right,
What
Ash.
out?
Show
All right.
them how beautiful you look. Oh, Ash, you're so cute.
All right.
Yes, Jazz drew these ahead of time.
My name is Thunus. I am a fish person from the planet Bluefin. My backstory is, when I was a teenager, a vessel from the planet Nagiri visited our world and took many of us, my family included. I was left behind, and I have not heard from any of them since. I left my world to pursue my deepest desire to become the greatest chef in the galaxy. I was fortunate to apprentice under Pierre Fromage, master chef from Camembert. Under his tutelage, my skills grew and outpaced the other students. Soon I had my first restaurant, where critics raved about my bold flavors, and many praised my risks that I took mixing desserts with burritos. Now, I take my skills to the arena, where I will prove that my skills are the greatest in the galaxy and return glory to my once great bluefin planet.
Okay.
Okay.
Good job, Ash.
And so you're in this for glory, huh?
I'm in this for glory and possibly revenge against the Nagiri.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
It's a little bit of a double.
Well,
My
let's see if
goodness.
there's any Nagirians in this crowd.
Exactly.
So, the campaign that we will be doing is actually in the Uranium Chef booklet, because I figured since this is the first time any of us are doing it, it'd probably be better to have a structure. So it is called Out of the Frying Pan, all right? And it takes us through essentially one full episode of this show, Uranium Chef. The first episode, to be precise. So before we get into that, just to explain people a little bit how the system of fate works. I'm just going to take your sheet
go
there,
for it.
Jazzy. You don't need to see what it says. All you just need to see is that there's these boxes on here.
It's too blown out.
It's way
for
too
you.
blown out.
Yeah.
That's fine. So the way that this works is you have what are called aspects, which are essentially aspects of your character. They're things that describe you. And these, for example, Jazzy's high concept is she is a human mutant patissiere. Mm-hmm. So that can give her a couple of bonuses, right? She's a human mutant, so she has that extra arm and whatnot. That could come into play. She's a patissiere. I hate that word. Patissiere, whatever it is.
She's a pastry chef.
She's a pastry chef. So she's also going to be getting bonuses probably if she wants to make pastries, right? But also on the flip side, that could maybe play against her in some way. So in the game, she can either take advantage of those abilities, or others can try and take advantage of those abilities to work against her. And so it's basically those aspects are a large portion of how the game will operate, is by taking advantage of those aspects in one way or another. In addition, you have stats that they'll use for rolls and whatnot. These they correspond a little bit with like kind of your standard D&D stats. They also have stats for the different flavors of food. So it's going to be a little bit different than most other games. Like they have two sets of stats. They have two sets of character traits and stuff. But basically what it just means is that there's 6 types of flavors: bitter, spicy, cool, sour, savory, and sweet. And so when trying to create things, you're creating something of a certain flavor, you can apply your bonuses there. Lastly, they have what are called stunts. And these stunts are more like abilities. These are specific abilities. So for Jazzy, for example, one of her stunts that she has that's always on all the time is her cold immunity. Because obviously from her exposure to radiation, her having the cold application to her skin and whatnot, it gave her this ability to where she's immune to cold. So anything that's cold that would normally have an effect on a player will not have an effect on Jazz. So it's kind of a bonus that she gets. So everybody has some abilities that will come up at certain times as we're playing, and so they'll bring that up. Also, this game is very freeform, so as we're going along, we may come up with a reason to introduce a new aspect about somebody. So let's say that as we get into the game and we find out who the other participants are, maybe someone here knows one of those participants and they have a previous relationship of some sort. Maybe they're friends. Maybe they're enemies. For example, if Ash were to run into a Nagiri, then maybe you guys might have some words. Yeah. So that would be an aspect.
Yes.
That would be an aspect of a connection that they have that could be taken advantage of by either of them or by other players, right? Rick, knowing this relationship is there, could maybe take advantage of that at some point, kind of whisper something in someone's ear and start a fight between them, right?
Well, this guy
Try and
doesn't
give
like
himself a
Nigiris,
bonus.
huh? Well,
Yeah.
Just, that's what happens.
So, that's kind of like the way that this will play out. It's everybody taking advantage of these things. Things can pop up as we go along, so you can basically gain abilities at any time. You can gain aspects at any time if it's relevant to the game. Beyond that, everything else we'll talk about as we get there. Oh, everybody has 3 You have tokens.
Fate tokens.
3 fate tokens to start with. And these are kind of like free uses of an ability, free invoking of an aspect, right? If you're like, okay, I really want to do this one thing, I'm going to spend my fate point. And then you kind of force it to work, right? Or if you succeeded on a roll and you want to make it even better, you could also spend a fate point to get an even higher roll on that kind of thing. They start with 3, and the only way to get more is either when we start a new session, so like the next time we would play, they would get back up to their default number of fate points, or you can earn them basically by having bad stuff happen to you. So if say Rick were to do that thing that I said, where he takes advantage of this relationship that Ash has with the Nagiri and causes something bad to happen, Ash would get a free fate point when that happened. So he would take the minus, but he would also get an extra fate point that he could spend later. So it's a nice kind of balancing mechanic that it has. So when bad stuff happens to you, you kind of get more little tools to help you through the rest of it. Beyond that, it's a competition, right? It's a cooking competition. So we're going to go through multiple different stages. Sometimes we'll be in like the reality show house where they're all like meeting and greeting and whatnot, and maybe sabotaging one another before the show starts, or maybe working together. Or they'll be in the kitchen, and that's where like the real stuff's going down. That's where the cooking is happening. That's where judging happens. And it's all about creating goods that the judges want to eat, right? Very much like Battle Chef Brigade. Okay, all that said. Oh, Zeppy says the total donation amount and recent donation is not updating.
Did you run Still to Five?
I did not.
Let's run Still to 5.
That would help.
So,
Now it's updating.
perfect.
Bam!
Now it
Bam.
should have updated.
Cool.
Or a little bit.
I really wish we had another camera that pointed at the board.
That's
I
all right.
made
It's
some.
okay.
I made some awesome artwork.
It's
Jazzy
okay.
did draw
It's okay.
in this. We do have I have a whiteboard down here that I've drawn the area on. You can kind of see it there a little bit.
Not really.
Sort of see.
So
But-
apparently this is a danger zone,
There's a danger zone
and
in
I
the
put
kitchen.
fire and fire sharks.
Fire sharks, which they're not in the book, but I might have to have fire sharks now.
Well, I mean,
Oh, don't worry. I
just
can
thought
make fire
and
sharks.
Shark
happen.
seemed
Are they
really-
sharks made of fire or just sharks that swim in fire? Or both?
Both.
All right.
Little column A, little column B.
Yeah.
I mean, how else are they going to survive down
There's sharks made of fire that swim in fire.
Yeah.
It's like how the Evangelions can go in lava. That's a reference. Okay.
So the Avas were not made of fire, though.
No, but they can
there? Made
handle
of love.
it. So, you guys ready to get started?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
I
So, scene 1. Got game.
Got
Okay?
game. Rick.
I'm reading this straight out of the book.
Got game.
You got game?
I got game.
Oh.
All right. So, you each feel groggy as you come out of hypersleep. Even frequent intergalactic travelers find this transition rough. The overhead speakers echo the strange clicking of an alien tongue. Seconds later, the Zegalite brand Universal Translator stapled to the base of your skull does its work, deciphering the clicks into familiar words. Out of the porthole window, you can see your craft breaking through the lavender clouds. Below you is a bustling city stretching across the entire planet. Welcome to Culinary 5.
Culinary
Spelled with a K.
5.
Spelled with a K, yes. As you walk through the spaceport, you are greeted by a hovering cambot bearing the Mongogo Broadcasting logo. The mechanical voice of the cambot greets you cheerily by name. Welcome, contestant, to Culinary 5. Please tell us, why do you have what it takes to beat the undefeated Uranium Chef? Does anyone have opening remarks to make? You there, contestant. Why do you have what it takes to beat the Uranium Chef?
Because I grew up in the slums of Druglia, and I know what it takes to transform scraps into something delicious, into something that will give you. I know how to create mouth art. Is what I'm trying to say. Okay, maybe you've heard of it, mouth art.
Will you roll real quick? Okay. Wow, this contestant sounds very impressive. Holly, we have a contestant who has mouth art that will be very good on the show. I think we should all be very excited about this one. How about you, contestant? What gives you the skills to beat the Uranium Chef?
I actually come from a very small unknown planet, and I think my exotic dishes might give me the extra boost to win. Human food's exotic, Bryce.
I know.
Yeah. Apparently not. Oh, sorry.
are you actually a contestant on this show?
I am. Yes.
I feel like I've already forgotten that this person exists.
But I have my papers right here.
Contestant.
Got my papers right here, you dumb butt.
Do you hear something? I don't hear anything, Holly. Contestant. What gives you the skills to defeat the Uranium Chef?
For me, it's my bold and risky style that allows me to mix flavors that the judges have not ever experienced before. They're sick of the foods that other contestants have used. With me, they're getting something new.
Okay.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Wow, it sounds like he's really got what it takes. We're really looking forward to what this chef can produce, aren't we? Everyone's favorite contestant is contestant.
I love. Okay, please stop. Jan Banam says, I mean, Earth already forgot about it.
Dang, Jim Bam just knowing it right there. All right. From behind you, the other contestants pour in to the spaceport. The first of which that you see is a tall man in... Hold on, I'm trying to scroll to the picture of him.
Also, mods, you guys are doing God's work.
Thank you so much.
What dis?
So, first there is a tall man with kind of long black hair in a ponytail, Victorian clothing, red eyes, pale skin, fangs.
Vampire.
How dare you? But he is a vampire.
Just quick to judgment, though.
And so he kind of pushes his way forward.
Okay.
And he says, "My name is Marcone, and I am the greatest sommelier in all of the galaxy. My pairings with these foods will take these judges on an adventure that they'll never have been on before. The Uranium Chef may be able to cook, but I can elevate."
Ooh.
Very scary stuff. It's very scary. Next, behind him, comes in a Chipper Chipmunk lady,
Ooh.
Chef Coco Ramsey. She comes in, she goes, "Why, hello there, darling. Well, my name's Coco Ramsey, and I just want to say I love making me pastries. All kinds of pastries, sweet, savory, any kind you've ever seen. And I do think that Uranium Chef's going to love what I have. But you know what? At the end of the day, I'm just here to have fun. Great to meet all y'all.
Wait,
Nice to see you."
So the Uranium Chef's gonna love what you have, and not the judges?
Well, everybody's going to love what I have,
All
but
right.
mostly I want to impress that Uranium Chef because they're so talented.
Got it.
I don't really care about them judges that
Oh,
much.
she's so humble.
Yeah.
And also a pastry chef. What was your name?
Silence. Met with silence. Finally, coming in from behind Coco Ramsey, a robot with 8 arms extending out of it, right? On each arm, a different utensil, okay? Knives, sporks, scissors, some kind of mallet. "My name is Messbot7337, designation 64298. I am the greatest chef ever built by anyone ever. I am going to be greater than the Uranium Chef because the Uranium Chef only has 2 arms. I've got 8.
But do you have taste
But
buds?
each of these is one hand up, so it's like 8 little...
Hey, guess who else has 8 arms? Woo! You're not such a big deal.
Sir, if you don't get out of my face, I might chop off one of your arms.
Okay. Fair enough. Put him
So-
down my back.
You have now met the other contestants. And so, you continue through the spaceport, and in a moment you are greeted by someone that you would be familiar with, being fans of the show, as you've watched for years, all of you. So, after the opening remarks, the hover bus is waiting at the spaceport to take you to your apartments. Holly Go Lightwave, the show's holographic director and host, is there to greet you. So a little hologram. Holly! She already knows each of you by name.
Show that smile. Show that beautiful smile.
Zorbaborb, Thanos, Coco, Messbot.
Wendy.
Sandy?
Nice to meet you. My name's Wendy.
I'm a hologram. Can't shake hands. Anyway, welcome, new contestants. I'm Holly Go Lightwave, your official talent coordinator. I'm also Uranium Chef's co-host, director, editor, publicist, costumer, and cast liaison. Wow. Being a holographic life form capable of inhabiting several places at once has its advantages. We hope you enjoyed your journey here, courtesy of Zegalite Interspace Travel. Zegalite travels in space, no one can hear you scream. For joy! You'll be spending the next few months on the planet Culinary 5 in our comfortably furnished apartments. We call them the Suites. Get it?
Like food.
However, we have a lot of contestants this year, so there will be 2 or 3 contestants to a room. We hope you and your roommate will get along with only a moderate amount of entertaining drama. And we assure you, while all of the bedrooms in the shared living room are monitored by hidden cameras and microphones, there are no recording devices in the washrooms, giving you all the privacy that you need.
Thank you, Fiverr Attack, with $100.
Thank you,
Fiverr.
Thank you so much. We need to drop a
bulb.
put a bulb on there.
Right.
There, Jazz will
Write that down. Jazz will write that down. Okay. In an hour, we'll be taking you to the studio for shooting. In the meantime, explore the suites, find your room, and freshen up from your trip. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
you guys now find yourself in the suites. You guys have an hour before you're going to be leaving, so you have some time to mingle. You can get yourself situated in your room. You might want to go pick a bed before your roommate picks one before you do. You can relax in the living room or the kitchen, kind of practice. Whatever it is that you want to do. Your time is your own, but you have time to spend before we move on to the studio.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Nice.
I would like to pick a room.
Okay.
Do I need to roll for that?
No, just say, I would like to go pick one.
I would like to go pick a room.
Okay, so Rick, we're gonna treat this kind of like a turn kind of situation where we're gonna have everybody like do their things. So, Rick, you walk down the hallway, and you see on the wall there is your room. It has your name on it and has another name on it. Okay, Messbot 7337.
There are too many arms in this room.
Yes. So, you walk in, and Messbot has already sped down the hallway ahead of you. All right, you guys are neck and neck heading to this door. He goes right in and immediately goes for the full-size bed. Okay? There's a full-size bed,
He's a robot.
and there is a cot in the corner.
I lost a
Right.
dice.
What do you do?
I use my camouflage ability. Okay?
Okay.
To sneak past him and lie on the bed. I'm on the full-size bed, but I'm camouflaged.
Okay, so you want to sneak against Messbot
Yes,
so that you can get to that bed first.
exactly. I'm
That's
going to
your
sneak
goal.
around if he doesn't see me coming.
Perfect. Okay. So, what you're going to do is you're going to use your camouflage ability.
Yes.
Right? So that's going to give you a bonus +2 to a sneak roll.
Great.
Okay? So do a sneak roll,
All right.
and I will roll against that as
Come on, sneak roll. Okay, that's not the best sneak roll.
What'd you get? Let's see. You got a 1, a 1,
A 1.
a 1, and a 0. So 3.
I got 3.
Plus your 2.
Plus my 2. That's 5.
plus-
Not too bad.
What's your sneak?
1.
So what'd you get total?
5, 6, 7, 8.
An 8. Okay. So.
Not a bad sneak
Wait,
roll.
Not
you
a bad
have such a
roll.
low sneak for someone that can camouflage.
Well,
No, well, that's because I have my camouflage ability.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
So. Okay. So what we're looking at here. Let's see. What was that sound?
Yeah, that's so weird.
Something messed up on the computer. Just looking at his abilities.
I wonder if that's like Gmail or something.
Okay.
Ah.
So, what we have here is a tie.
Oh,
Okay.
what?
But a tie goes to the aggressor in
Yes!
the situation. So, you succeed at getting to the bed before Messbot does.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
So you've invoked your camouflage.
Yes.
That's what you call it, invoking. You
Uh-huh.
invoked your camouflage on the
Yep.
bed. You hid yourself
Yep.
from Messbot.
Yep.
And now Messbot, continuing to speed towards that bed,
Yep.
leaps into the air to
Yep.
jump onto the bed that you are currently on.
Yep. And then I uncamouflage myself and I go, surprise, sucker!
Okay. So we're going to say that you kind of caught him off guard a little bit there. So he's going to get a negative there.
Yeah.
But I want you to roll a flashy roll.
Ooh, I am flashy.
Okay.
That is what I'm known for.
Okay.
Okay.
God.
All right. That's a
That's
2,
a 2,
a 1, and a 1. So that's a 4.
3, a 4, plus 3 flashy. That's
So you got
7.
7. Okay.
I'm confused by these dice.
Yeah, so explain the dice numbers one more time for us.
Okay. 1s and 2s are 0s.
Okay.
3s and 4s are 1s.
5s and 6s.
5s
are
and
2s.
6s are 2s.
Got it.
Okay, because it's only supposed to be. It's supposed to be more like the small world dice, where you have like 2 blank spaces, 2 spaces with 1s.
Right.
two
I'm
spaces
writing
with
this
2s.
down for myself.
Yeah,
You
no
got
worries. Well, and we'll go through it every time we need to. All right. So.
Oh, I totally
right.
won.
So, Messbot freaks out. All right, and doesn't even like land on you. Right, looked like he was going to land right on you. But actually launches himself. Thrusters erupt.
Nice.
From his body to
Like
push
from where his
right-
nipples are?
Yes. To launch it backwards. And he's kind of taken aback. Sorry. I thought that was my bad. Being that I am from the military, I'm totally okay with that cot over there. My
Yeah,
apologies.
that's what I thought.
Geez, that was really
Yeah,
great.
Would
tell
the
it to me
thrusters
walking.
not singe the octopus man? Just like
No, these thrusters in particular, they utilize a technology that is
singy.
Yeah.
It has a non-singeing technology.
Right.
Got it.
They're miniature thrusters. Messbot is lighter than you might think. What happened to the screen up there?
Ash did things.
All right.
Ash did things.
So,
Look at how cute I
well
am.
done.
You're
I'm
so cute.
Rick,
adorable.
you got the bed that you wanted.
I got the
okay?
big bed, but I still have to share a room with this
So,
jerk.
what we're going to say that interaction gave to you that you're going to get to take advantage of in the next challenge. What do we get? McGalaxy, I'm at work. Shh. But I'm so excited to see you guys roleplay when I get home. Love y'all.
Love you,
$20
Galaxy.
and 1 cent.
And a penny.
You break your because you know somebody's
I
going to have
love
to
that.
do it.
I love that.
Okay, so the bonus of that then is going to give you now there's a relational dynamic that you have with Messbot.
Yeah,
all right?
I'm the
you've
boss.
you've sort of asserted dominance in a way. So you may be able to utilize that to take advantage of. So maybe write a little note down there somewhere in your aspects that talks about your relationship with Messbot. Additionally, you're going to get a well-rested bonus.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, you're going to be relaxed. So that's going to give you. I'll talk about what the specifics of that bonus are when we actually get to the.
Feeling pretty good.
The
Feeling
next
pretty
challenge.
good. All right.
So I'm just writing this down for myself. But well done.
Thank you.
That was
Thank
great.
you.
Okay, so that was Rick's turn. Now,
All right.
Who else is with us? Is it just the contestants?
just a contestant. So there's Macron, the vampire sommelier, and Coco Ramsey, the squirrel lady pastry chef.
Is there any way I could look and see what people are doing right now?
You want to like observe? And
I
see what
want to
everybody's up
observe. I kind of want to observe.
Okay, so then I'm gonna say, so you don't want to be noticed at the moment.
I
You
wanna
want to
eavesdrop.
notice. You want to eavesdrop. Okay, so who in particular do you want to eavesdrop on?
The patisserie, Ramsey Coco.
Coco Ramsey. Okay,
Yeah.
so let me do. So Jazzy already has.
See, people are already forgetting me. I have a feeling I could probably sit and just like right next to her and listen to everything she's doing. She's not going to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then let's say you're first gonna roll a sneak roll. Okay.
Okay.
And I believe you have a bonus.
I do.
That you can use, which you can explain to the audience if you would like to.
All right. I have a +3 sneak. It's not because I train for it. It's because apparently people just keep forgetting about me. So I
She's forgettable.
seem
She's
to
forgettable.
go
What's her
through
name again?
crowds without being noticed very well.
Sandy.
Sandy.
Mandy.
Wendy.
Scuba.
That's the one.
That's the
Yeah, it's scuba. It's scuba.
I knew it was
So-
5 letters.
Yeah.
Okay, so you rolled a 2 and a 1. You have your sneak
Plus
skill is +3, so that's 6. And did you also have an ability that
I
you
don't.
use, or you don't?
No.
Okay, so you just have a +3. Gotcha. So +6 total. So Coco, I'm running this against Coco, but she doesn't get a bonus for it because she doesn't know that you're coming at her. So that's a 2, a 2, and a 1. So that's a 5. So you win.
Yay.
So she doesn't notice you eavesdropping. So you want to? I'm assuming you're trying to learn something about her.
I want to learn about her, but I also want to know like what type of recipe she's familiar with. Like
Okay.
maybe like if she's going through like a battle plan, I kind of want to hear what she's thinking about.
Okay, so Coco and Macron are having a conversation, and you've done your successful sneak, so you're kind of like able to like lean in there.
I
and
don't
notice.
even lean in. I
Yeah.
just kind of walk up like I'm trying to talk to them.
So
Hi, I'm Wendy.
Jazzy walks up to try and join the conversation, and they just don't even notice. Like not even at all. But like the thing is what's crazy is that they're like open to you, like you do in like a.
They kind of
like,
acknowledge me, but then they go back to the
like
conversation.
you walked up, and then as soon as like they open themselves up, it's just like they completely forgot you were there, right? So they're kind of in an argument about different types of foods and whatnot, but like they're kind of keeping like hush hush under their breath and whatnot. And every now and then Coco kind of like will turn a little bit, and just kind of like say something like a little bit under her breath, because she's like so frustrated with Macron because he's just so intense and aggressive.
But Coco, are you also a pastry chef? So am I.
Yes, she's like, I'm so tired of Macron over here. He's insulting what I do for a living. And she's saying this like kind of to herself, but you're there, right? Really, you're prompting all of this, but again, you're invisible to most people.
You're like her subconscious.
Yeah.
But real life.
So you're going to get a bonus. Basically, what's going to happen is you're going to learn something about her that you can maybe take advantage of in the future, right? So I'm going to write this on a piece of paper for Jazz, because this is information that Jazzy gets that these two don't get. So I'm going to do this from time to time, where they will, if you try and get information about somebody, then that's something that only you get access to, unless you want to share it with other people.
Should the audience know this?
Jazzy can reveal it when it becomes relevant.
Okay.
So it's something that you will all find out at some point as well. So I'm going to let you know that... Okay, she...
You guys love that I embraced it? It's actually written down. I wrote it down here.
It's on her
It says
character sheet,
forgettable.
So, give me a second to write this down. Talk amongst yourselves.
So, what do you think about this place? It's pretty nice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
It's
Seems pretty big, except for like the cot situation seems weird, but
But did you get
Did
a
you
cot?
cot?
I don't know.
I mean, it is weird that they put one full-size bed and one cot in every room, right?
Yeah.
It's like they wanted to try to create some power dynamic. Mm-hmm. You know, I feel like my situation's working out pretty well, though.
It's like we're on some sort of reality show. I don't really.
Well, they told us we're on a reality show.
Did they?
Do you have deficiencies?
In
I know that you're a fish, but
Yeah.
do you have a fish-sized brain?
I have efficiencies.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Did you guys bring your own tools?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have enough for all 8 hands.
Oh my goodness.
Here you go, Jazz. All right, so Jazz now has a little bit of information on Coco Ramsey that she can use in whatever way she sees fit. So I believe I told you about one aspect, one stunt, and one stat you now know about. Okay?
Whoa.
So if that comes up during the competition, you can maybe try and take advantage of one
She
of
knows
those.
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. She reveals a lot, Coco Ramsey.
Yeah.
Also, Jazzy
Coco
Woodward.
Ramsey,
Yeah.
big
Just
talker.
so
Big mouth.
giving with that information.
The other thing you find out in this conversation is that Coco is in fact your roommate. So you two are sharing a room. Okay. She
Coco.
doesn't necessarily realize
Coco, is it okay if I have the big bed?
Excuse me?
Coco, may I have the big bed, please?
Oh, I thought there was only one bed in this room.
No, there's two.
I thought it was my room.
No, it's my room.
But on the door it says Coco.
Yeah, it also says Wendy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm small. I don't need a lot. So
No,
I
I
can sleep over
figured.
there.
Those
Yeah.
Crocs look really cute, though.
Well, thank you. That's so
Yeah.
nice of you. My goodness. You're just so sweet.
How did you manage to get Crocs out in space?
Oh, well,
I thought that was only a human thing.
well, they're not actually called Crocs. They're called Gators. I don't know what you're talking about.
Huh.
They're made on Splorglorbian 7.
Gotcha.
But
I haven't been there. I'll have to go get them.
one thing you need to know. Your big bed is not the super comfy bed.
Ah.
It's just a bed.
Yes.
So you don't get
But
a
it's
bonus
bigger.
from that bed.
It's bigger.
It's just a big bed.
Yeah.
Got it.
But you don't get a negative from that bed. Just a bed.
It's just a bed.
Just a bed.
Bed
Look,
for Wendy.
I just wanted someone to really just sprawl out.
Works. Okay. So, Jazzy did her interaction with Coco. I think you're set. So, Ash,
Maine.
what would you like to do?
I'd like to play video games in the living room.
Okay. Ash wants to play video games in the living room. So,
Let me yell at Vampire Dude. Yo, Vampire Dude, you want to join in video
my
games?
name is Macron.
Yeah, but I'm never going to be able to pronounce that. Macaroni, do you want to play video games with me in the living room?
You're my roommate for this entire
We
situation.
could play Smash Brothers!
Oh my goodness. This is a nightmare.
Listen, we're roommates. Play some Smash Brothers with me.
Why would I even play this game with you? What are the stakes What will I gain out of this?
There's no stakes, New York Strip, nothing involved in this. No, it's just a video game.
I need to pair something very strong with this conversation.
Oh, there's some beer in the fridge.
Beer?
Yeah.
How could you drink such a disgusting, awful, vile concoction?
I mean,
Wine! Wine is what one must drink.
tequila?
That's like agave wine.
Macron wanders off to the kitchen, reaches into the fridge, which is actually a portal that he sort of reaches into.
Ah.
Okay.
And pulls out a giant bottle of wine. Like real big.
I have a feeling Ash did this on purpose. He's getting this guy drunk
Fine,
before battle.
roommate. If we must play this game of yours, then I'm going to enjoy myself.
Deal. Can I enjoy
But-
myself too with some of your wine?
The stakes are who gets the big bed.
All right.
Winner gets the big bed and the little bed.
Whoa.
The little bed goes on the big bed. You get all the beds.
All right.
The loser sleeps in the closet.
In the closet. All right. I'm cool with that.
All right. Then let us play this game of Smash you speak of.
Game of Smash.
How does one play this?
Well, I pick Pac-Man. That's the only rule.
Okay. So,
It's just real low stakes. By the way, speaking of stakes, where's New York, Ash?
Well, New York's a strip steak.
Where's New York, Ash? Have you been to New York?
Yeah.
New York one.
Ash.
I've been trained by master chefs.
Nobody knows where Earth is except for Jasmine.
I thought that people of Earth didn't remember Jeff.
That too. That too.
well, no. New York is a different planet.
Oh, right.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
NOOYOORX.
Yes, exactly. So, the New
Yeah.
York Strip.
Okay.
Exactly.
Exactly. Okay, so
I love that line of questioning.
you sit down in front of... Oh, why didn't he call it Splash Bros? That's what we meant. It's the Splash Bros. We're playing Splash Bros. So, you sit down to play the game. Okay.
Yep.
You load up your characters. You pick
Pac-Man.
Macron, obviously, he picks Marth.
Of course.
Yeah.
One who looks the most
Edgelord.
vampirish.
Yeah.
Right? And so, now you want to roll for who's going to succeed, right?
It's actually
What am I
Smurf.
going with?
Smart.
So, we're going to
Smart.
roll for, we'll say, well, how would you like to play the round? You can pick. All right? Which of
All
these stats do you think will work the best?
I'll
for you?
play clever then.
You're going to play a clever round. All right, so how do you play it clever? What is it that you do in this round of Smash that's so clever?
I lead him on to believe that I am not very good at this game at all, and then I just smash the controller as hard as I can in a clever way.
So you're going to lure him into some kind of a trap, okay? And then you're going to spring that trap on him.
That's why they call it Smash Brothers.
All right. Okay. Obviously, we play a lot of Smash Bros.
Obviously in a clever way.
Right. Obviously, in a clever way. Okay. All right.
My Ash.
Okay. So that's a
Only-
4 for him. You got
What's it?
a 4,
6?
a 5.
Yeah,
Got 5.
Got a 5. All right. And what's your bonus?
Plus 3, the clever.
Okay, so the total is then 8 that you
Dude,
got.
you killed him.
Okay, and he rolled a 6. So you do what we would call you win with style. Okay.
All right.
So you not only get to take advantage of the situation, but you can actually take advantage of another situation in the future. Okay. So you obviously want to use this to win this game, is what you're doing,
Yeah.
right? So you lure in Marth, right? You maybe you take a bunch of like dumb damage as you're going along. You kind of like fall off a cliff every now and then and make it look like you're kind of really terrible at this game, right? So
Yeah.
then he gets cocky. Okay, he comes at you, he's like, now I will finally defeat you, and the super bed will be mine! But the thing is, this whole time that you've been dragging him along, he's been getting real drunk off that wine. Like, real drunk.
Yeah.
Because you're just so difficult for him to talk to that he overcompensates. So,
Imagine
if
this
one
Rich
could
playing
slur
that
a
game.
controller, that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Okay? So he kind of wanders over, like, now you're going down. And so he swings at you. You do just the simple little whoop, dodge roll right past him. He goes sailing off the edge, and you win the final battle.
Yes.
Well played, Thanos.
Thank you, Macaroni. It was well done. It was well done.
There is something about you that I absolutely despise. And yet, I respect you.
We're roomies, buddy. I respect you too. And
To be perfectly honest, I wanted to sleep in the closet anyways. I am a vampire. I don't know if you know this. It's dark in there, which is quite nice.
interesting. All right. Super bed for me.
Super bed for you! Double or nothing?
Double wine?
Absolutely! He goes and gets another bottle of wine from the teleporter fridge. So you guys, that was your first round. Now, here's the thing.
Yes.
You guys only had a 1 hour break, right? This wasn't nighttime. Okay, this wasn't sleepy time.
Okay.
Macaron's drunk now.
Yes, he is.
So that is what you have done. You have actually given him a negative going into the challenge because he is drunk. So
Good job, buddy.
Sweet.
So y'all will all take advantage of that if you want to. You can. Okay, so that is your free hour. Now we're going to move on
Nice.
to the studio.
I can't tell if Ash is just stupid or if he's really clever.
Let's take the picture. Let's look at this
pretty
picture
clever.
again.
It's pretty great. It's pretty great. Okay, so the shuttle arrives once again
Uh-huh.
to pick you guys up and take you to the studio. So Holly appears again. Hi! And you guys you're always so excited. Every time Holly pops up, you guys are so excited.
Holly!
She's the best. Hi, guys. Okay, so every morning you will be shuttled to Mongogo Broadcasting Studios. You'll be spending most of your time in the state-of-the-art culinary studio, Kitchen Arena.
Nice.
But don't be surprised if we visit a few other locations. You might be whisked to one of Culinary 5's world-class restaurants for inspiration, or maybe make a guest appearance on another Mongogo game show. Wow! You arrive at the studios, and you're given ID bracelets by security.
Cool.
Okay? You are escorted past other studios. Your name is spelled wrong.
I want to fix that.
You're escorted past other studios, including Chef Vic's News Cooking Show and the radical game show Quantum Shock. Finally, you arrive at Kitchen Arena.
Oh.
Even though you can see the hanging lights, the camera cables, everything's all around, right? You can see everything behind the scenes that you don't normally see when you're watching it on TV. It's still really impressive, right? The place has a weight to it. You've seen the show. You've been watching it for seasons, okay? And you have just been wanting to be there your whole life, and now you're there, okay? Except for you, because you probably just found out about it like a couple of years ago.
I've been watching this forever.
Have you?
How old do you think I am?
Who are you again?
How old can humans be? 6. You're 6.
No.
D?
Older than that.
60?
Oh, this is
You're
awkward.
I've been around for a long
20.
I'm 200 years old. I've been around for forever.
You look great.
Thank you.
Good job.
I'm so happy to be here. Did you see the actual fire ring?
Huh?
Did you see the fire ring?
What?
The fire
That's
ring.
great.
So, prepping the studio can take a bit of time, so contestants may be asked to wait in the green room before and between cook-offs. While you're there, kick back and maybe enjoy a refreshing Sloopnar soda. Sloopnar, a taste you won't forget. Is that the right one? No. She does that. She kind of like stares like towards camera for a little bit, just smiles.
Holly?
She's
Hello! You'll soon have the honor of meeting Chairwoman Malu Miris, universally famous gourmand and octogentilionaire. She's the host of Uranium Chef, but also the producer and creator. So make sure you show her proper respect, or she may have you executed. The chairwoman is very well connected, and it's because of her that we are able to pull in such world-class chefs to be our guest judges every contest.
Every contest.
Don't mess it up.
What was her name? Oh, God.
Chairwoman Malu Miris.
Malu Mirrors.
Malu.
Okay, so right now, before the show starts, right, you have a little bit of time. If you wanted to, you could wander around the arena. You can look around in the green room, like they said. Inside the green room, There is furniture. There are a couple of locked doors and whatnot to other parts of the studio that you're not allowed to get into. There's a couple of other people who work for the studio around. You can see a couple producers, a couple camera people, behind the scenes people. The judges haven't arrived yet. They usually arrive midway through the episode, so you don't expect them to be here now. The chairwoman's not here yet, and neither is the host, Dr. Durian. So,
Durian.
Yeah, like durian fruit.
is there anything that y'all would like to do while here in the green room or around the studio before it begins?
I'm really curious about these locked doors.
You're curious about the locked doors, okay?
Is Holly still with us in the room?
Holly is everywhere.
Okay. Holly, question?
Yes?
The green room's not green. Is that a problem?
I don't know if you're joking or not.
Wait.
You just switch to the other scene. Okay.
So, I'm curious if I can get any intel on the behind the scenes. You know, like maybe meet some people who work on the show.
So you want to
Get
go
some
like introduce yourself to somebody or
Insider
something?
information.
Okay.
You know.
So maybe first thing you would like to do is you would like to roll maybe let's do like a clever roll.
Okay.
Or no, a careful roll.
A careful
roll. And basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to perceive the area around you. You're trying to see who's around, what's around.
Basically, like I want to find a producer and try to get some insider knowledge.
All right, so
that'll help me
specifically
out.
you're looking for one of the top producers.
Yeah.
people. Okay, gotcha.
Oh.
Okay, I got 2, 3, 4, 5.
You fail.
Really?
Yeah. So you look around and you do see...
Wait. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm sorry.
So you got a 7.
Yeah.
Okay, you still fail. But
Probably really high.
so you don't learn anything specific, right? You look around. You can see that there are a lot of people around, but they all do seem to be dressed kind of the same. You can't tell really who's in charge and who's not, right? You'll see a guy near a camera, and you might go like, oh, that's cameraman. And then you'll see another guy come in and take his place, right? So you're not quite sure who does what. So while you're looking around trying to get some information on this, you just don't quite learn anything new, sadly.
Can
Debbie?
I go into my kitchen area and just familiarize myself with everything and where they're at?
Sure, you can go inspect your kitchen area.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no... You're not going to be able to roll or anything to like get any advantages or anything like that. But if you just want to learn about it, we can talk about it.
Well, I was hoping that maybe if I familiarize myself with the things and where they're at, I might be a little faster.
Okay, so like what then? All right, so you walk up to the kitchen station.
Yeah.
Now, they don't have like names on them or anything like that right now. You don't know necessarily which station is going to be yours because it does rotate and whatnot. But you can go up to a kitchen station. They are identical, so you
they're
should be
identical,
able
okay.
to learn basically what's going on there.
Oh, Shigame!
Shigame! My last donation of Stumptmas.
Thank
Let's
you.
keep this rolling, folks.
Thank you, Shigame.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna wander around the kitchens, looking around. I also want to like look in the pit and see what's inside of it and all that other crap.
Okay, so how about you also roll a careful roll? And what is it you're specifically trying to figure out? You're just trying to see...
I want to like familiarize with my kitchens, and I also want to know what's inside this dangerous pit. Besides fire sharks.
So, I guess fire sharks. All right.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 2, 6.
Okay, so you look into the pit area, and you notice that there are a couple of like what look like little like platform, maybe like there's like gaps in the floor. Like it's not a fully solid floor. It's not like concrete. It's like metal sheets that they look like maybe they could be moved around. There's a couple with holes in them, tiny little holes. There's a couple of different shaped ones, maybe circular shaped ones and whatnot. But nothing that really tells you anything about what those could potentially be. You just notice that there are these plates and platforms and things there. Okay? As far as your getting familiar with the kitchen area, let's roll for that one as well.
Oh, okay.
Again, we'll say careful because you're just observing.
1, 2. These are zeros. 2, 4.
4. Yeah, once again, you look at it. It looks like a pretty standard kitchen. It's got everything that you would normally see in a kitchen. as you're familiar with watching the show, you know it has a time dilator so that anything that would normally take time can be sped up to happen essentially instantly. From Sooner Kate for the last day of Stumptmas, and to get rid of that 1 cent. My first Stumptmas is in the books, and it was pretty amazing.
You're the real hero, Sooner Kate.
Can't wait for many more to come. Thank you so much, Sooner Kate.
You guys are so sweet.
So yeah, so basically it's got everything that you need, but there's nothing special that you learn about it. Just from a mechanical standpoint, just to explain what happened there, you failed both rolls. So that's why you didn't get any like additional information.
Gotcha.
What you saw was basically what anybody would see if they looked at those areas. Okay, so Ash, is there anything that you want to do other than question why a green room is called green?
Thought I smelled something super good behind one of those locked doors. I'd like to try to get into one of those locked doors.
Okay, so through the green room?
Yeah.
Okay, so Ash was in the green room. You how did you sense it? Why don't you tell people how you sense things?
So it was with my catfish whiskers and whatnot. You know, I thought I something like tingled up, and I was like, ooh, something seems enticing behind
It's
that
like a
door over
dog,
there.
you know, when the
Yeah.
ears perk up, his
Exactly.
Sees little whiskers, she's kind of like, woo.
Exactly.
All right. So you want to try and break into a room?
Absolutely.
Okay. So
No closed doors in my house.
So how are you going to do that?
So let's see here. I've got all of my chef's tools on me. I've got like little tiny paring knives and even smaller like little chopsticks and stuff on me that I figure I can try to finagle the lock with.
So you want to pick a lock?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
You're just walking up to a lock and just gonna start picking it.
In broad daylight of everything.
Okay. All right. So let's go for a. Do you want to? Which of your stats do you want to use?
Probably sneak.
So sneak. So you want to do this in a sneaky fashion.
I do.
Okay. So you.
But you're in broad daylight.
All right.
Absolutely.
So maybe you kind of like saunter up to it, and you're like kind of like reaching behind your back with the stuff. You're like, hey, let's go. Hey. Okay. All right. Roll your roll.
That is not good, Ash.
I've got a 2 plus my 2 sneak. 4.
It's got 4.
Okay. So, as you're jamming the little chopsticks into the lock, they immediately get sucked into the lock, and you hear like kind of a grinding noise, and then sawdust just gets spit back all over the back of you.
I needed those.
Sets are back, AG.
AG Wary, thank you.
Oh, you're a monster, but thank you.
So, not only do you now have a pile of sawdust on your hands, and you no longer have chopsticks, but also, Holly pops up. Please refrain from trying to break into anywhere inside the arena, or you will be executed.
Holly, can you get me new chopsticks?
There are plenty of tools at your workstation that will be provided for you when you cook.
Thank you, Holly.
She's the best.
She's like Janet from Good Place.
But also, in front of her, you see a little like image come up, and it's got your face on it, right? And there's a couple of boxes underneath it, and one of them goes red.
Okay.
Okay, and then it goes away, and she's like, "Okay," and then she's gone. Okay. All right. So,
Jazz. You should
Yes.
probably write down that person's name as well.
Yes.
yes,
AJ Weary.
AJ
Oh
Weary.
yes, put it right down.
Okay.
I feel like we actually already have a plan
Well, let's
for
see.
AJ.
Let's make sure.
So, before we begin the first cook-off, because that's what is about to happen, I will describe the kitchen arena to people out there. Here, let's pull the little characters off of here. We can actually kind of like lift it up and show off Jazzy's art.
Yes.
Here, let's see. Let's do it on this.
I mean,
camera.
I only added 2.
Okay.
So only added 2.
Put that up there. All right. So as you can see, it's a circle with 6 spaces around it. Those are the areas in which people will be competing. In the center, there is the altar. All right. That's where they're going to be getting their secret ingredients. That's where they're going to get all ingredients from. And all around that, you can see Jazzy's fire sharks. That is the danger zone. Hazards can happen in that area. So when you're going to get your ingredients, stuff might happen. Because this is a game show, they do want some ratings, and they know that things like fire sharks can certainly spike the ratings. So other than that, you see like a long bar at the top. That bar is where the judges will sit. And then at the other opposite end is a small circle, and that is the altar on which Dr. Durian, the host of the show, stands as he observes and hosts. So, that's it.
Cool.
Sounds
That's
good.
the arena. Okay, so that's Kitchen Arena. All right. So, Holly, as you guys, you've all done your wandering around the studio, gotten yourself familiar. Each of you, wherever you're standing, nearby, there'll be a pedestal or something like that where like, and Holly pops up. All right, contestants, let's all meet around the altar so that we can finally meet the chairwoman.
Yay!
So, you all head towards the center of the arena, and
I
I have to
can't
go
next
stand,
descriptor.
so I'm gonna lay down.
just pick a fit. It doesn't matter. Just pick.
Pure Miko have to
thank
go in a bit, so I'll be
you.
missing most of the stream. So here you go for the last day's Stumptmas.
appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Pure
Thank you,
Miko.
Pure Miko.
Thank you, Pure Miko.
All right,
Okay.
We need a,
Also, I think we probably hit the front page because we're at 720
Oh, this is-
viewers now.
this is gonna
Yes,
be-
and to the new people that are just tuning in to us, we're raising money for Doctors Without Borders. You
That's
can see
what the
we've
little
already
bar
raised
is over there.
We've already raised over $18,000. If you guys can give, that's amazing. If not, be sure to come to our channel, join the chat, join the community. We're lovely people here.
Hit the follow button, all that
All right.
stuff.
Yeah.
We are playing a tabletop role-playing game called Fate, and specifically we're playing a module called Uranium Chef, which is very much like Iron Chef, but in space, so that makes it better.
With aliens.
And
Fantastic.
aliens. So, scene 4. We're beginning the next scene. And as you'll remember from talking about the rules earlier, when you're in a new scene, you regain the ability to use any of your one-time use stunts.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So, as you approach the center, you notice that on the center of the stage is a large altar covered by a purple silk sheet. Chairwoman Malu Miris stands next to it, her steely gaze sizing you up. The lights overhead flood your eyes. The cameras roll. The show has started. Welcome, chefs, to Kitchen Arena. You have been brought here because you are the best culinary masters in the entire universe. Today, you will participate in a quick fire challenge. You'll make a single dish, which we will judge. Tomorrow, you will compete in a full cook-off competition, during which you will make several dishes. Competition will be fierce. Keep your utensils close, or others will take them from you.
no.
Physical contact is not only allowed, it is encouraged.
Wow.
Bones will be broken. Skin will be burned. If your blood should flow, I recommend you keep it out of your dish. It might spoil the flavor.
What if it pairs well?
You may... Who are you? You may interrupt your opponents as they cook all you want, but I do have one restriction. Sabotaging the finished work of another is strictly forbidden. Anyone caught breaking this rule will be removed from the competition permanently. At the end of every episode, your dishes will be judged by our special guest. Depending on how well you do, your ranking will rise or fall at the end of every episode. Who was that? What was that?
Meow boss, I
Meow
had to fix it. Don't you dare mess up the number. Keep it whole. Keep it nice.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
You're the real hero.
So, at the end of every episode, your dishes will be judged by our special guest. Depending on how well you do, your ranking will rise or fall at the end of every episode. After the semifinals, only the chef with the highest ranking will go on to the final match. They will have the honor of competing against my ultimate chef, the robotic Uranium Chef. It has never been beaten. Will you be the first to best it? I look forward to seeing you try. The chairwoman continues. In this competition, you'll be under a lot of pressure. Each of you put on a tough face, but under enough force, even the toughest shell can crack. This, of course, has inspired our first quick fire contest. She grabs the sheet, removes it dramatically. Atop the altar is a cage filled with Vabothian sugar snails. Basketball-sized, sweet-tasting mollusks with rock-hard shells. Your challenge. Make a dessert that includes the Vabothian sugar snails. You have only 5 temporal units. Begin! And then she says, Commencen créer, or something. I don't speak French. So, now we're going to engage in our first cook-off. Okay, so this is going to be the closest thing to combat that you're going to be seeing here. During this time, you guys can spend your time cooking. You can spend your time attacking other players, sabotaging other players, trying to gain information. You've got 5 turns, okay? At the end of the 5th turn, that's when you need to have your dish completed, okay? So it needs to be created and plated, okay? If you don't have those 2 parts, if it is not created or plated, you will not get a score.
Okay.
You do not want to lose. because then you could be removed from the entire thing.
Yep.
So, let us begin. Let me get into the start of this. Now, who has the highest quickness stat?
I have +1.
I have +1.
I have +2.
Rick has +2. So Rick's going to be going first. Let me pull up the cook-offs.
What were they called? Something snails?
Vabothian sugar snails.
The size of basketballs?
It's about the size of a basketball. And here, I'll even tell you there because there's stats on them just so you can know what the stats are for when you're creating dishes. So, a Vabothian sugar snail. Its aspect is it has a rock-hard, sugar-coated shell. So if you want to get into that goodness, you're going to have to break through that shell, okay? It is, inside, it is squishy and has a gooey body, okay?
Okay.
So that might play into the nature of the food that you're creating if you don't work with those textures. Its natural flavor is sweet,
Okay.
and the difficulty of using it properly is average. It's a +1, okay? So anything you're doing with this dish, it's going to have a +1 on it. It's just a little bit harder to do, but it's average. Okay.
Okay.
It's not too bad. All right? So you have 5 turns. We're going to start with Rick. Let's go ahead and arrange everybody around. So we're
Can
going
I
to say this
ask?
is Ashes.
Can I ask you?
Yep.
Since I'm a pastry chef, do I basically have the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go ahead and start with the first round. Okay. So now this stuff kind of happens simultaneously. What was that?
Woo!
One
Rick
Rick that drew
drew it.
$60. Literally just saved $60 on my car insurance, so I'm passing the savings on to you. Merry Stumptmas.
That's
next goal was so
amazing.
close. Thank you so much, One Rick. I'm
That's
sure
amazing.
that the
That's
Doctors Without
awesome.
Borders will appreciate
Thank
that.
you,
and we
One Rick.
appreciate that too.
And thank you for not using cents in your donation.
But don't you need cents to balance it, or Meowbox fix
No,
it?
Meowbox
Okay.
fixed it.
Okay.
Yeah, I fixed it.
So
You sent.
Uh, before you go, Rick,
Yes.
the someone else will go first of the
Oh.
other
Somebody
participants,
has
right?
more quickness
So,
than I.
what we're gonna say as like positions of people, we have Rick
Yes.
or Zorbiborb.
Zorbiborb.
We have
Zorbibor Borbadorb.
Wendy. We have Macron. We have Chef Ramsay,
Coco?
Coco, and we have Messbot. And
Okay.
then over here, that's you, Ash.
Yep.
Thanos.
So
Thanos.
this guy is just going to be a chef or a
Thanos.
judge.
Do you have the Infinity Catfish?
Thanos. Thanos.
I'm just getting rid
So, Macron starts. And as you all may remember, Macron's a
Oh,
little,
it still has some sense left.
Macron is a little Macron's a little drunk.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
A
Little
little very drunk. So, Macron just bolts, okay? Right for the altar. Basically before the buzzer even goes off. Luckily, right as the buzzer's going off, he's like going. But he neglects to notice that right in front of him is the judge's altar.
Oh,
it.
no.
Oh. Whoa, Jen Silverstone.
$150.90. Notice
Thank
me,
you.
Stumpy. Love watching you 3 play. Been waiting for this stream all month. By the way, who is the new girl?
Thank you, Jen.
I think her name is Sandy. I'm not sure. So Macron runs. Oh, $9.
Yeah.
No, you guys broke it again. I messed up last time. I had to fix it, but it was
It's
right
too
at
late.
the wrong time.
It's too late.
No,
You
it's too late.
messed it up.
Because Jen fixed it. We passed 19K. People are saying.
Yes.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, y'all. So, so Macron runs, okay, and luckily there's no judges there. yet,
Okay.
right? Because the judges come halfway through. Now,
So does he knock some of the tables out of the way?
so what happens is he runs right into the judge's altar, falls flat on his face, and kind of slides right up to the altar. Okay, so he doesn't actually get his ingredients on this first round.
Ah.
Okay, his turn was wasted smacking his face on the ground as he went.
He's
forward.
even
Fantastic.
left some skid
He
marks.
left
Yeah, he
some
did.
skid marks on the dry erase board.
It's that vampiric glitter.
Yes, exactly. Coco, who is totally fine, she is not drunk.
Yeah.
She is very fast. Okay, she, like I said, she has kind of rodent features and whatnot like that. So she very quickly, she has this kind of exterior of very much proper and very nice and demure and whatnot. As soon as this starts, it's like something clicks, right? She's in the
go
zone.
time.
So she all on hands and knees, on all fours, she just runs like this. Okay. scurries over to there and immediately grabs the biggest, most desirable-looking rock snail. She's got her hands right around it. Okay. Next is Rick's turn.
Okay. I am going to use my. I'm going to rush in.
Mhm.
Okay. Use my camouflage again.
Again.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. I'm. So first, can I roll for how quickly I rush in?
So
Is
wait.
that-
What are you? Because that's going to be a quick roll. So you're trying to do something fast.
Yes.
So you can't do something fast and sneaky. Or what you can do is you can do something fast and then do something sneaky.
Yes, that's what I would like to do.
So you want to rush first.
I would like to rush
Okay.
to meet Coco.
So you're trying to beat Coco to that one, to the nice best one. or
I'm
you're
trying
get up
to
there?
reach Coco before she makes it back to her cooking station.
Okay, so we're gonna say that because of how fast Coco is,
Yes.
the difficulty on that roll we're gonna say is a 2.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Adwahiri, thank you very much for that.
Thank you, AJ Wary. I think that's gonna add 1 cent on top of it.
I think it messes it.
Love me.
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Okay.
Ooh, not a bad roll.
I got 2, 4, plus quickness 2,
So total?
4.
Or-
Total's 4.
No.
No.
Wait, total 6, right?
Wait, no, because these are 2 each, right?
Yeah,
So that's 4 plus quickness 2.
Oh, right.
So
6.
6.
Yes.
Okay, so you succeed.
Oh, good.
So you're able to get there. So right as Coco is grabbing onto that nice big, the best looking sugar snail, right? You get your little things on it.
Okay.
Your
You
tentacles
suckers.
Yep.
onto it. Okay. So you're there.
Yes.
All right. Now what else did you want to do?
Okay, I want to rip it away and
Uh-huh.
then use my camouflage to escape.
Oh, okay. I see what you're trying to do. Okay, so now this is like a sort of a combat situation between you and Coco.
Yes.
She's got her hands on it. You've got your hands on it.
Yes.
So right now we're gonna say you want to use an aggressive maneuver to try and wrench it free
Sure.
from Coco.
Okay.
And so she's gonna try and defend against
Not
that.
very aggressive. I'm sneaky, not aggressive.
Sneaky, not aggressive.
Okay, come on. Come on, big numbers. Oh, that sucks.
So you got a 1.
I got a 1.
All right. Coco got 1, 2, 3. So you fail to rip it from Coco's hands.
Okay.
But you've still got a grip.
Still
on
got
it.
a grip on it.
Okay, so both of you still have a grip on it. Okay? Nothing has happened there yet. And Coco's kind of like looking at you.
Can't she see him? He's camouflaged.
He hasn't
yet.
camouflaged yet.
Oh, okay.
Are you going to try and camouflage still?
I want to do one of these. I want to.
Oh, Dancer's Foot. Thank you for
Oh.
fixing this.
$28.19. Let's get to 20K. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Thank
I
you,
would
Mom.
like to.
Thanks, Mom.
I would like to.
Every time! Sooner K, I just can't make sense, but hey, it helps the doctors.
I love
Oh, man. Oh, man.
it. Okay.
Oh, you guys.
Okay, aggressive didn't work. I would like to try to use my flashiness to distract her and get her to drop her guard.
Okay, so what's the how are you going to do that? What's
so
flashy that you
I'm grabbing on with 2 tentacles at the moment.
Okay.
I've got a grip.
Yeah. So you both got a grip on.
Obviously, I need 2 to stand.
Okay.
I've got 4 more
Mm-hmm.
that I'm going to start waving around like, what? Oh, come into this direction, come into this direction.
Okay.
Kind of like the way I would mess with my dog with a ball.
Sure. Okay.
In hopes that she drops her guard and then I slip it away.
Sure. No, totally. All right, let me quickly pull up her character.
Just like my dog.
It's such weird stuff that you're doing there. Okay.
You guys in chat are the best.
Okay.
Is Dancer's Foot on the
Go ahead and roll for that. So you're rolling for flashy.
Yes.
I'm gonna see her.
Okay.
She might be watching.
Is she on the tree?
Okay. I got 2, 3, 4, plus 3, 7.
Ooh, you just got a success with style.
Nice.
Okay. So that means you get to essentially you get to invoke an aspect. right?
Okay.
So you get to make something happen. So I assume the advantage you were trying to make was you wanted her to let go
Yes.
of the thing because she's like distracted or shocked or surprised by this action. that you
Indeed.
do. Okay. So not only did you do that, Okay, so your tentacles come out of your little bubble thing, and they're kind of like, whoa! And she kind of goes like, oh! Right? She gets like startled, okay? So not only did that happen, but she's so shocked that she kind of like seems a little bit scared for a moment, right? So she's like a little bit stunned.
Okay.
Okay? So that's something that either you could try and take advantage of now in some way, or someone else could try and take advantage of within the next turn.
I will leave her to be stunned. I just want to get this Vabothian sugar snail back to my workstation.
Okay, so then you're just going to run right back to your station across the pit of doom.
Yes.
So as you do that, will you roll a quickness?
Yes. Come on. Okay. We got
succeed.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Nice.
All right,
Okay.
so you make it back just fine. Rick got the biggest Vabothian sugar snail that there was
Nice.
back to his side.
Thank goodness.
Okay, and back on stage, we see Macron slowly, like, raising his hand up from drunken state, trying to grab onto something. And we have Coco Ramsey up there, still kind of dazed from what just happened. Now, Jazzy.
Okay. I want to get up there, and I want to grab the next biggest size that I can find.
Okay, so Jazzy,
Woo!
do you...
Conan 64, thank you.
Thank you,
so much,
Conan. $13.
for the 13th day of Stumptmas. Yeah, you run across. Let me just quickly
Now, I have 2 hands on 1 arm. I
Uh-huh.
want to carry 2 of them back.
Oh, you want to try and get both. Okay. Will you quickly roll either a careful, a quick...
Saint, a little OCD here. Can't be on lives. What?
Can't be on lives, but thanks for making me laugh. Keep up the good work.
Can't be on
Aw.
live.
Thank you, Saint.
And thank you
So
if that
awesome.
fixed it.
So,
If it
quickly roll a careful or
Yep.
a quick, whichever one you have highest.
Careful.
Okay.
Oh, God.
This is 2 plus what's your bonus?
2, 4.
Okay, so you're good. So you want to run up and you want to grab 2 sugar snails. So you're trying to get 2 for the price of 1 situation here.
I might as well. I got
Okay.
2 extra.
Okay.
I got an extra hand.
So we're gonna call that. Or well, you wait there. We're gonna hold your turn until the other turns go. So Ash, how about you go?
Me. Okay.
Thanos.
Yeah, I run up and I grab the next best looking sugar snail.
Okay, so you and Jazzy are going for the same sugar snail. Although,
Are we?
So first, because you're both going for the next biggest one.
All right.
Right. Coco Ramsey's still dazed, standing there. You run across here. Will you quickly roll a quick or careful or sneaky, whatever is your highest?
I'll go for sneaky.
Okay.
So what is it? That's 2, 1, so 3.
And then what's your sneaky?
Plus 2.
Okay, so
Ah.
you're good. So you run up there. So you've got one of your flippers on this nice big juicy sugar snail, Vabothian sugar snail. Jazzy's got one of her hands on it, and another one of her hands that's forking off of that, grabbing onto another one right next to it. Okay, so both of those look pretty good to you.
Yep.
And Jazzy's got a hand on both of them. Wendy, I should say. Now, while all that's happening, y'all look back and you see Messbot. Messbot isn't actually even going up to the stage just yet. Messbot is clearly kind of preparing his station.
Okay.
So, now, y'all have to have a contest with one another over who is going to get this fanciest schmanciest snail. Okay?
Okay.
Now, how do you want to deal with that? Each one of you has a hand on it. Okay? Just like Rick had with Coco Ramsey.
I will try to make her hand slip on it.
Ah!
Because I'm slippery.
You're slippery, which is an aspect of your character, or is it a stunt?
It's a stunt.
Okay, what does your stunt say?
It just says I have slippery skin.
Slippery skin. And I
So-
believe we talked about this earlier, that Ash has the ability, if he wants, once per scene, to apply this slippery coating onto something to make it harder for someone else to use that thing. Right?
Yeah.
So, you're using that. What was
This
that?
is
This is painful, Ash. This Sheldon
Sheldon,
Turtle 22.
$20.
Thank you so much, Sheldon. So, Ash applies you apply your slippery coating.
I try to apply my slippery coating.
Okay. So that just happens.
Okay.
That just happens. So, Ash applied a slippery coating. So that makes it's harder for you to hold on to it. It's a little bit slippery.
I'm pretty careful though.
But you're very careful. So do you want to roll a careful roll
Yeah.
to maybe see if you can't get a hold of that?
All right, that's 2, 1, 5. So 1, 2, 6, 8.
Okay, so it ties.
Oh god.
So you tied the roll. So that means that you don't get to get a better grip on it, but you don't fully lose your grip on it, right? So you're still holding on to the second best one, and you're kind of fighting to get a hold of this other one that Ash is grabbing onto. So, Thanos, is there anything that you want to try and do to get the rest of that from Jazz?
McGalaxy, a little dear, told me
It was even again. Oh my God! Firestar is saboteur. You guys are the best. Thank you so much.
Okay. Like, I don't want to... So, remind me, the stuns that I have, the ones that I can only use once, am I only going to be able to use that once this turn, or once this, whole
this
challenge? This whole
challenge.
5-turn challenge. Right?
Yes.
Got it.
Unless
you spend a fate
unless
token,
you want
though?
to spend a fate point to use it.
Oh.
Because that's how you can use fate points, right? Use it for
Oh,
free.
I didn't realize that.
That's
Okay.
what they're for. Is
Sapphire
it to instantly
Waffles
do
with
something.
$20. Thank you,
Thank you,
Sapphire.
Be sure to write that one down.
Do we replenish these every turn, or do we?
Every 5?
So we replenish
Every new
them,
scene.
Every new session. You replenish these. But,
Oh, right.
But because Ash applied the slippery to you,
Yes.
you get a free fate token. When people do bad stuff to you, you get a fate token. So also, Ramsey, if she were an actual player and not an NPC, she would have gotten a fate token for getting stunned by Rick when Rick went up and distracted her.
Ah,
So
okay.
it's your extra token.
Well, then, shoot. I'm not sure I really want to use any of my other stuns, especially not the other one that I can only use once.
Just be aggressive, dude. What's your aggression at?
Then, yeah, No, I don't want to use aggression. I'll be clever and try to trip her.
You're going to try and trip Jazzy.
Yeah.
How so?
So
Jazzy, you're kind of grabbing on, and
So-
it's a little slippery, so you are fighting it a little
Exactly.
bit more, so you're a little distracted by that a little bit.
exactly. So, and plus I've got like the slippery goo
Yeah.
that's on it, but
Yeah.
it's not really like her grip is so good because she's got the 3 arms that that her grip is not getting loosened by the slippery stuff, but some of it's stripping off, and I'm trying to kick some of the slippery stuff towards her feet.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you're trying to, you're basically slapping the snail in some way to try and knock that slippery stuff all over the
Or
floor.
maybe just
Yeah.
guide
So
her
Jazzy will slip.
towards the slippery puddle.
Okay, so then I think, so you're trying to be clever in doing that. I think that would actually be more of a, I think that's going to be a sneaky,
Yeah?
actually.
Okay.
Because you're trying to do it without Jazzy seeing it.
Yeah.
I feel like a clever would be convincing her to give it up, but a
Yeah.
sneaky.
Clever is more, intelligence kind of.
Sure. I'll
Okay.
be sneaky.
So you're trying to be sneaky.
Yeah.
And so Jazzy, you will get a chance to defend against this, but Ash, roll yours first. So you got a.
Oh. 3 plus 2.
So you got a 5. Okay, so Jazzy, obviously you have to beat a 5.
Okay.
Jazz.
We'll say you're trying to avoid slipping. You are a little distracted by what's going
so
on.
be careful.
I would say, yes, careful is what you want to roll to defend against that. Yeah.
Ooh, come on,
Ooh,
baby,
what's it
come
gonna
on,
be?
baby.
What's it gonna be?
It
What's it
keeps
gonna be? What's it gonna
spinning!
be? Oh, is
Damn
that a
it.
2? Oh.
got-
2, 1,
So you got a 3.
4.
got a 4.
Oh, that was that. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
4 plus 2 is 6.
6, and you got a
Ooh.
5, right?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, so Jazzy wins that
Okay.
scenario.
Oh.
So here's the deal. Because you won that interaction, you can actually attempt to use the slipperiness against Ash.
Oh.
If you think that you can take advantage of that in some way.
I can actually, and I'm going to do it.
What are
I'm
you
going to
gonna
use one of my fate tokens since I have 4.
Okay.
Since I have the ability to cool down things because I'm
Oh,
cold
you
resistant.
get to use it once for free before
Oh.
you spend a fate token.
Yep.
So you can save your fate token, use it for free.
I'll use it for free right now.
Yeah.
So as I'm slippering and like being careful, I got the 2 rock snails right here. I kind of almost do like a kind of a fake, like I slid, but I'm actually just touching it. And as I like cast my hand around it, it starts freezing.
All the slippery stuff on the floor? Is that what you're saying?
Okay.
So
So
you're immune to your own slippery, Ash, but are you immune to ice?
Ah.
So, Ash, as a response to that action, roll a careful roll.
Okay.
I love this back and forth.
Yeah, I know, right?
Your
great.
slippery versus my slippery.
All right. So 1, 2, 3.
Okay, and what's your...
Careful's only 1, so 4.
Okay. So, Ash, you managed to avoid falling over or anything like that. But you do lose grip on the snail.
Oh, no.
So, Jazzy, you're able to get the 2 snails that you held on to. Ash, you'll have to grab the next best snail.
Okay.
And as that's happening, Macron finally gets up and reaches over. What are we eating again? Oh, sugar snails. Lovely. Kind of reaches over and grabs the smallest, ugliest looking little thing. So cute. So cute. And then he slowly gets himself back up and starts slowly wandering back over this way. So y'all can now both go back to your stations.
So he grabs the worst one.
He accidentally grabbed the worst
Yes.
Got it.
one. So
What's Ramsey still doing? Did she
Ramsey,
grab
no, she's here. She's stunned. She's still
Yeah.
like this.
And
So
this dude still needs an ingredient, right?
he is still at his prep station.
Yeah.
Finally, at the end of this kind of sequence, Ramsey finds herself on the altar still,
Okay.
with all the ingredients and everything. Just kind of, oh goodness. And I should say, when you guys went up to get to the altar, it's assumed that you also grabbed whatever other ingredients you needed for
Okay.
your dish, because that's all up in the same area. Rick, you got the best sugar snail, so you get it with a +2
Cool.
on that sugar snail. Jazzy, you get 2 +1 sugar snails.
Yes.
Okay. But you can only use 1 per dish, but you do have 2 +1 sugar snails. Ash, you have a standard sugar snail.
Standard.
Okay. And then the rest of the group, they all got stuck with the worst ones. They have negatives. So,
okay.
just so as a reminder, a sugar snail by default has a +1. So yours has a +1, yours has a +2, each of them, and yours has a +3. Okay? So, y'all got the best ingredients. Now it's time to start cooking.
Got it.
Now, we've got 4 more turns. Within these turns, you need to make a main dish. You need to plate that dish. You can make side dishes, sauces, whatever else you want in order to boost that dish. And you can also attack or sabotage other players, NPCs, or other characters. So that'll all be up to you how you guys want to spend your time.
Cool.
I'm going to go ahead and pull up the instructions for how to make a main dish, just so that y'all are aware.
Oh,
So
nice.
you've already done the first step, which is collecting the secret ingredients. You've all got your secret ingredients, which are the sugar snails. So now what you'll do is you'll decide what you're creating. If you're going to want to cook, you're going to decide what you're creating. It's called the main aspect. Okay, so what type of dish are you going to make? And then you want to decide what approach you're going to use. So these are sweet by default. So if you make a sweet dish with them, you kind of just get to combine the sweet effect of it already with your sweet skill as you're rolling to try and succeed with making this dish. But maybe you're really bad at making sweet dishes, but you're really good at making, say, savory or spicy dishes. Then what you can do instead is you can try and mask the natural flavor.
Tazder, gotta head
Tazder.
off. Last donation. Thank you all for Stumptmas. Looking forward to more. Gotta get rid of these scents.
Thank you so much,
697. Thank you.
You're the real hero.
I think that evens out McGalaxy's 1003.
You know that another
Yeah.
one's going to come in like 2 seconds. Had to fix those scents. Once you've decided if you want to either work with the dish, work with the main flavor, or mask the main flavor, then we'll move on to actually making the dish. So what you'll do is you'll pick basically how hard of a dish you want to try for. So the harder you pick, the better quality it's going to be in the end, but the harder a roll you're going to have to roll to try and succeed for that. Okay? That'll all be based on your stats and everything, so we'll get there as we get there. And then finally, if you succeed, you create that dish, and then you can move on to making other side dishes, sabotaging, or anything else like that. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so as we remember, Macron had the first turn last time, and so he made it back to his station, and he seems to be really focused on just like looking at and talking to the snail. Okay? He has a bottle of cooking sherry of some sort next to him, but he doesn't seem to be using it in any form of cooking. He just keeps drinking it. And every now and then he pours some into like a little saucer next to the snail. But the snail seems into
You know,
it.
he's like this. He's like, What's that line in Scrubs? Be careful, little ducky.
Some ducks can't hold their neck.
Exactly like that. Exactly like that. Coco Ramsey, she snaps out of it, looks at the table. She kind of has like an angry look on her face. She looks in the direction of Zorbiboard. And then she grabs the nearest snail and runs back to her station. You can see she's furiously doing a whole bunch of stuff. Obviously, she's kicked into high gear. Messbot finally leaves his station, and you see him just casually saunter up here, grab something, and come back. All right?
So hold up.
Yeah.
He's allowed to grab the ingredient this turn still? Shouldn't he have to wait until next turn? Doesn't he?
This is the second turn. We're on the second turn now.
He grabbed his ingredient, but
All right.
is he allowed to get back?
I was
going
to
to
say.
Oh yeah, no, he's not doing anything. He literally just grabbed it.
Yeah,
And
his
went
whole
back.
turn
That's
is grabbing that ingredient.
it.
Right?
Grabbed it and went back. Yeah.
Dunkbot with $20.17.
Totally trying to fix the sense. Honest, not making it worse or
Totally. Thanks,
anything.
Doug.
No.
You're the best.
I think that Dunkbot might be Messbot now. It's making a mess of the sense. So,
Now it's
Rick.
Rick.
Okay.
Zorby board. What do you do? Excuse me. Board, brand.
Right.
Yes.
So I can create my dish and then go on to create side dishes, right?
Yes.
Okay, I can plate this and then create others?
You can't. You can't. Once it's done plating, it's done.
Okay.
Okay. So, like, that's the whole thing. But remember, once it's plated, it's also no one can mess with it.
Right.
So it's kind of that's the thing you want to balance is how many side dishes do I want to wait while this is also leaving it open for people to potentially ruin my dish if they kind of think that I need to be knocked down a peg.
Okay. I want to create my first dish.
Okay.
My
Your main aspect, so it's the sugar snails. I assume that's
Valbothian
what
sugar snails.
Uh-huh.
I want to prepare these guys.
So what kind of a dish do you want to make?
I want to make like
They're snails. They're sweet.
yes.
They're gooey.
I would like to make a sort of like a Valbothian sugar snail like sort of tenderloin. Okay.
Oh. So you want to go for something like savory.
I want to take the sugar snail and I want to fillet it.
Okay.
And then I want to wrap it with some savory as well. So you get
Okay.
the sweet and savory. When you make a pork tenderloin, you roll it.
I see. So you
see?
want it to be a sweet flavor with also some savory on it
Yes.
as well. So you might want to do that as a do it in two parts.
Yes.
So the sweet part being the main aspect, the savory part being the secondary
Sure.
aspect, and combining those together.
Yes.
So the thing that I will say, and so this is where the side dish versus main aspect thing gets really important. The main aspect sets the highest number that you can have.
Okay.
Okay. So if you pick sweet as the main aspect, you're working with the sugar snail, so you're going to be able to get that bonus that you got, the +3 on your end, and then add your sugar to that, roll for it, and see what score you get. If you make a side dish that goes along with it, the highest number that can reach is the number that your main aspect is at. Make sense?
Yes.
So if let's say you got a 6 on your main aspect, a side dish, even if you rolled for like a 9 or a 10 or 11 or something like that, the highest it could be is a 6.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
And then combined together, that would be like a 12.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you want to, with the first part, the preparing, the cutting, and then preparing the fillet, do you want that to be sweet or do you want that to be savory?
That'll be sweet.
Okay, sweet. So, what you're going to do, you have your +3 from the sugar snail itself.
Yes.
You have whatever your sweet...
Which is 0.
A 0. Okay, so 3 is the total bonus that you're going to get for rolling for this, unless you have any other stunts or anything like that you want to apply
I
to
do
this.
not.
So,
Wait.
choose...
What about prepping?
well, you have quick prep, so
Yes.
you can do that instantly. So
Yes.
that's an instant thing you can do. So that's one of Rick's abilities. Because of his multiple arms, he can quick prep. What would you like to prep that you think will help you in this situation?
I want to sharpen my knives.
Want to sharpen your knives?
Yes.
Okay. So you so go ahead and check that off that you used it. So basically, 2 of Rick's little tentacles come like down from his little bubble face thing, and they reach over and they're back here sharpening all of his knives while he's also kind of messing with the sugar snail. So that will give you, what did we say it is, a +2?
Yes, a +2.
Okay, so it's a +2 to preparing your main aspect.
Yes.
So that gives you a total of a +5. That's your bonus that you're going to get.
Yes.
Okay. Now you have to pick the difficulty that you want to roll against, and that's going to be the score of your dish. So, for example, a +5 you're going to get automatically because your bonus is +5, right? So you can't lose that.
Right.
Now, if you want to aim for something a little higher, you could do that, but you got to roll for it, and you got to get those extra rolls, right?
I want to aim for something a little higher.
Okay. What do you want to roll for?
So what are the tiers that I can aim for?
I mean, there's different. Like, just pick a number. There are
7.
so 8, for example, is legendary. So
Okay.
you want to aim for a 7. Okay,
Yes.
so it's gonna be like extraordinary.
So that's a 5 in addition to whatever I roll. Is that right?
yes. So
Okay.
to beat a 7, you need to roll a 2.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Go for it. You got
Awesome.
it.
I should've-
All right.
I should've gotten
So you
that.
see, now this is an example of if Rick had said he wanted to do a 10, he could have gotten a 10.
Could have gotten
Right?
Okay, got it.
But there's that risk.
Played it safe.
associated with
I
it.
went with 7.
So
okay.
you got a 7. You have a level 7 quality main sweet aspect.
Awesome.
Dish. You succeeded, and now you should give your dish a name before we move on to the next turn, because
Okay.
that's going to be your turn. Preparing the main aspect, that's a turn.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna call it a sugar snail roll.
The sugar snail roll.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So you have a level 7 sugar snail roll. You should write that down. I'll write it down as well. This is important because this is how I'm going to figure out who wins. So plus 7, and remember, people can mess with it. Sugar snail.
All right.
All right.
This entire turn, he's just made that one dish.
That's what he did. He spent
Okay.
all of his time focused on cutting the snail out of its shell, preparing it, and he man, did he get that fillet. And
Yeah.
it was the
And-
biggest one, so that's why it was so
And technically,
nice.
this is turn 2, right? Turn
This is
1
turn
was,
2.
yeah.
Turn 1 was the getting there. So
Yeah.
we are currently on turn 2 here. I'm going to go ahead and put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across the top. Boom. 1 is marked off. Okay. So, Jazzy, what would you like to do for your turn?
Just trying to figure out what I want to do.
Yeah.
So the Vibranium sugar shell, the shell itself is rock hard, right? Is
Yes.
it made of sugar?
No.
No,
The shell itself
Dunk,
is
have
not
a
made
good
of sugar.
night. Thank you, Dunk.
It's mostly it's
Thank
just
you,
rock.
sir.
it's rock. Okay,
Yes.
that actually answers my question.
Wait,
So-
sorry, I missed that. It's not edible?
It's not
The
edible.
shell is not edible. No.
All right. So I want to make like this really nice kind of like mousse dish, like an actual like really fluffy mousse.
Fluffy mousse. Okay.
You know what I'm talking
Yes,
about?
yes,
yeah,
yes,
like,
yeah.
and it's going to have like, it's going to taste like chocolate, but it's also going to have like a nice creaminess to it. And I kind of want to like do like a trifle where it's layered with like a little bit of sponge.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, for the main aspect, so you're going for a trifle. So that's gonna
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna probably have multiple side aspects to it that you want to add to it to
Mm-hmm.
get those things, because the sweet, what was that?
Ooh, Mr.
That was
Flame.
Mr.
Thank you, Mr.
Flame,
Flame.
Mr.
Wish I had
Bits.
money to donate. You guys are doing this great cause. I wish I had contributed. I watched ads for these bits. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Mr.
it.
Flame.
Appreciate it.
So, you'll want to start with probably with the main aspect, whatever you want to be the main part of it. I'd assume, again, with it being
It
a
would be
sweet
the
dish,
mousse, yeah.
you would work with that. Then chocolate is considered bitter.
Oh.
And so that would be, you could add a side aspect of chocolate
Can I-
afterwards.
Okay, so maybe instead of chocolate, maybe I should do something different.
Because you can still do that. You just
yeah.
you're starting with the first part, which wouldn't be chocolate flavored. It would just be the sweet sugar snail
Yeah.
component. If you're doing it in layers,
Yeah.
you could do it like that. So just consider it the main aspect is the first part that you're doing. Then you could do for your side aspect, you could add the chocolate component. And then for the third part, you could add, what was the other part? You wanted creamy. If you wanted to add an additional creamy texture to it, that would be cool.
No, it would be the mousse itself would be creamy. It would be the cake in between.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so the components that you want then, what's the main component that you want?
It would be the
Is it sweet
snail
or
the
is
sweet.
it okay? So sweet. So you want to
Yeah.
start with a main sweet component. So is that the
snail mousse.
the snail mousse? Okay, so you're making a snail flavored mousse
Yeah.
as the main component. Okay, so you're working on your
Sounds good.
Vibothian sugar snail mousse. So you have a +2 Vibothian sugar snail.
I have 2 of them.
You have 2 of them,
So you have,
but you can only
yes.
use 1 per dish. So you could make a second dish
Mm-hmm.
with it if you wanted to, but for this one, the bonus that you get is a +2. So then you get the +2 from that. You get your sweet bonus, whatever that is,
Mm-hmm.
and then any other stunts that you want to use if you want to use a stunt. And
Yeah,
then
I like to use a stunt.
Okay, so what's your total?
So +2, 3. So far it's 5
Mhm.
because I have +3 as my sweetness.
Uh-huh.
The 2, and then I want to use my other action. I call it double time, where I can basically like take both my other hands and I can like furiously whip it.
And
So
what's
it
that
actually
gonna
goes
do?
faster. It's a one quick movement.
So what does that do to help the sweetness of this dish?
Well, it helps the fluffiness of it. So I guess that would be the
Okay,
cool.
so it's going to improve the quality
Yeah.
of the thing that you're producing. Okay,
Yeah.
so so we can give that another. We'll call that a +1.
Okay.
So you get the +1 for that. You get the +3 from your suite, and you get the +2
So
from your.
6.
So you have a total of a +6.
Yeah.
So then, what difficulty do you want to roll against?
Oh, since I have +6.
Yeah, you can go high.
I could probably go high. Let's do, let's say 9.
You want to go for a 9? Okay, so
Safe
you got to
side?
roll at least 3.
You can do that.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
So you match it. You got it. Jazzy you have a +9 Vabathian sugar snail moose, and like from the across the room, you see Coco, right? And she kind of goes. She looks over. She kind of gives you a thumbs up. And then she looks back at what she's doing. Okay. So, yes, you got the +9 Vabathian
Wow.
sugar snail moose. Wow.
Me and Coco are
That's
becoming fast friends.
incredible. Okay,
She
so
remembers me.
um,
We're roommates, for God's sake.
We'll see when this is all over.
so Ash,
Yes.
what would you do?
All right. So, I have a couple of leading questions.
Yes.
First, these snails.
Yes.
You said there were snails. Are they sea snails?
No, they're rock snails, right? So I believe that implies that they're terrestrial.
Okay. That answers my question. In that case, I am...
Oh, yeah, I forgot what Ash is going to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm going to prepare sweet and spicy stir fry.
Sweet and spicy stir fry. All right.
Yeah.
So I assume you're starting with the sweet part.
I'm starting with the sweet part. That's going to be the
Okay.
main aspect of it. I'm going to yank out the snail's flesh, dice it up into some good, like 1-inch pieces, bread it, and then create a nice spicy sauce to go on it.
Ooh. Okay, so the spicy sauce, we'll save that for your next turn. That'll be a side dish, a side aspect, as
Yeah.
they're called. So, all right. So then you want to prepare that. So I assume you're working with the sweet.
Yep.
So you'll get the bonus. You get the +1 for the snail. What's your sweet ability?
My sweet is +3.
+3, so that's a +4 total that you have. Do you have any other stunts or abilities that you want to apply to that in some way?
Not to this, I don't think. No.
And I guess I'll remind everybody that going forward, if you think of something that would be a good aspect that you think would apply, right? Just say it, and we'll talk through it if it works or if it doesn't, right? Like, oh, I remember one time I trained with this person over in this place, and they taught me this one technique, right?
Right.
If we think it fits, if we don't think it's too excessive, we can give you a thing. And also, you all still have one free aspect left, right? Because
Yeah.
you all only had 4 to start with.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to have 5. You get 5 total. So you all have a free aspect still to use.
Got it.
Okay, so then you have a 4 total bonus. What would you like to roll as your difficulty for that?
So, I'd say that I'm hoping to get, Jazz went for a 7 and Rick went for a 6?
No, I
Guys went for
went
a
for a 7.
9.
She went for a 9.
He got a 7.
Oh.
Jazzy has played well to you.
So, okay, so I've got a 4 right now, and let's say if I wanted to go for a 7, then I would only need to roll 3?
Yep.
Is that right?
Yes.
Got it. Yeah, I'll go for 7.
Go for a 7. Okay.
Oh, you got
You
it.
got it.
Got it.
Well done. Could have gotten it like a 12.
I know.
All right, so you got a +7. We're going to start this as a sweet sugar snail
Stir fry.
stir fry. Okay. So, like I said, Macron, you're not quite sure what that guy's doing, but he's
making friends.
He's sharing wine with a snail.
It's cool.
Messbot just got back with his snail, and Coco is furiously doing all kinds of stuff on her head. You can't quite tell. It's almost like a cloud of flour and everything else just floating everywhere. It's kind of a mess.
And thumbs.
And what?
And thumbs.
And thumbs. Yeah, a couple thumbs.
Couple thumbs.
One thumb. One thumb confirmed.
At least one thumb.
Okay, so that was round 2. We're on to round 3, or turn 3. What would you all like to do on this turn? But before we get onto that, now we have to go to what do the rest of them do. Now, Macron seems to be slowly wandering over to Jazzy's station.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
And he kind of comes up to you, he's like, I don't believe we've met before. My name is Macron. How do you do?
I am fantastic.
I see you're making something delicious looking. May I have a taste?
Oh, no.
Only if I
Here,
can
let me just have a little bit of this. Let me Let me. He's reaching over into.
No.
your
I'm gonna
dish.
slap him away. I could double slap him.
Double slap. Okay.
I'm double slapping
Okay.
that away.
So I want you to roll an aggressive. All right.
God.
And he's not too much of a threat right now. It seems.
Oh.
Okay. So
4,
you
5.
You come down with a double smack, one hand on top of the other, smack, smack, and like it just hits him super loud, like it's like a thunderous crack, right? Silence rings out through the arena. Everybody kind of stops just for a second and like looks over at what just happened. Macron's sitting there, eyes wide, and then he sort of wails. Goes, "Ah! Are you cooking with garlic?" And then runs back to his station.
Are you cooking with garlic?
No.
No, but
there's
it hurts so
garlic in
much.
this.
Okay, so that's all that Macron does. And then he goes back to, it seems like he's maybe messing, with a dish or something like that. But you got him out of there, and he didn't seem to have done anything negative. Coco runs back across to the altar. You guys aren't sure exactly what she's doing. She ran back across the altar and then runs back. And as she makes it this way, okay, right as she's about to get back into her area, you hear a clicking noise. Okay? And you see a tiny little tentacle reach out from under the ground and wrap itself around her leg.
Oh, no.
What?
As she's trying to run back.
Uh-oh.
Okay? So she sort of is shocked.
Wait, I missed it. Why did she go out there to begin with?
She went to get more
You're
ingredients.
not quite sure.
Okay.
So she's got a tentacle wrapped around her leg. She's like, "Help! Help! Someone help! It's got me! It's got me!"
Ooh.
Rick's turn.
Okay. She's on her own.
Indeed, Meow Boss. Space vampires
jeez.
have earth weaknesses.
Oh, geez, I don't know if I want to help her. You know what? I'm gonna run out there. I'm gonna regret doing this.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna cross over.
And what do you do?
Okay, and I'm going to wrap myself around the altar using half of my tentacles.
Okay.
The other 4, I'm going to wrap around Coco, and I'm going to start dragging her away from this tentacle monster that's trying to pull her down.
So, just to clarify,
She's
she's being grabbed by tentacles around her leg.
Yes.
And you're now wrapping the rest of her body with tentacles.
Because I'm imagining this tentacle that's around her leg trying to pull her into the
Yes,
fire. I'm trying to
okay.
pull her out of the
Right.
fire.
Okay, so
Good tentacles.
So yeah, good tentacles. So you start pulling on her. I'll say we're gonna call that a quick move.
Okay.
Okay. You're trying to get her to safety.
I got 2, 3. Oh, I only got 5.
5. Okay. So, in your attempt to pull Coco out of this precarious predicament, you end up triggering another set of tentacles. So now,
Oh, God.
2 more plates open up in the ground. And 2 more tentacles shoot out. And they wrap themselves around your tentacles now. So now you are locked in this position with Coco. Is there anything else that you would like to try and do?
I do have
Are
sure.
these good tentacles or are these bad tentacles?
They're bad.
Neutral.
I do have sure grip,
Sure grip. Okay.
which gives me extra grip.
Okay.
Okay.
So what do you want to do with that?
Well, I just want to make that known that my grip is extra grippy.
Extra grippy. So you are not letting go of
That's
Coco
right.
or the altar.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay. So now, how many tentacles have me?
2.
2 tentacles have me. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. With one, I'm going to let one tentacle go from the altar.
Okay.
And I'm going to pull out my knife.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh.
Now I'm going to chop at the 2 tentacles that are grabbing me.
Okay.
Okay? Actually, no. I want to chop at the tentacle that's grabbing Coco to pull
Okay.
her to safety.
Okay.
That's what I want to do.
So we're gonna call that an aggressive.
Okay.
All right. So let's roll aggressive.
I'm not aggressive. I have 0 aggressiveness, but let's hope for a high roll here.
Are these fire tentacles?
They're not fire tentacles. They're just tentacles.
They just
Okay,
look-
I have. Ooh, I got 2 plus 2. That's 4. No, 6. I'm sorry.
6. Yeah, you got 6.
I got 6.
Okay, so you succeed.
Yes.
And you actually succeed with style. So
nice.
So here's what we'll say. We're going to say what happens, and then we'll move forward there. So the cameras are all just turned right onto this. Like, this is gold, okay? Holly Go Lightwave, she appears, like, kind of like right next to you, like, while this is all happening.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, Holly.
So you're kind of gripped. You've got your knife out, and Holly's like, hey there, Zorbaborb. Looks
Hey.
like you're in a bit of a pickle.
Yeah.
What's going on? Could you tell us what's happening right now?
I felt really bad about what I did to Coco earlier, so I thought I'd try to make up for it by saving her life right now.
And how do you feel you're doing with that?
I feel like I'm about halfway there.
All right. And so while Holly is sitting here like interviewing you while this is happening, you pull the knife out and you slice at the one underneath Coco. And while you're doing that, the momentum that you use, it kind of carries you in this really powerful spin.
Cool.
And you actually are able to take out the other 2 tentacles
Nice.
that have you gripped right now. So you and Coco kind of fall back into the altar. And you've pulled her to safety. Oh my gosh! Thank you so much. I guess that makes up for what you did earlier.
I hope so. Please forgive me.
Oh, it's all right.
Thank you, Coco.
And so she runs back over to her altar. And what would you like to do next?
I just want to return to my workstation.
Okay, go ahead and return to your workstation. Your turn is completed. You have saved Coco. And that definitely, I think, has smoothed over your relational issues that you had with her earlier. She seems to be in less of a fury now as she's preparing. Like,
Very
there's less
cool.
dusty
Very
clouds,
cool.
less anger about.
Bury that hatchet.
Okay, so Jazzy.
I have a question.
Yes,
Plating,
Mhm.
is that takes its own turn?
takes its own turn.
Okay.
Yes.
And when you plate, do you also give to the judge, or is that another turn?
The giving to the judge, you don't have to do that as a turn. That's like that happens
Okay.
afterwards. So plating is once you've plated something though, it's done. So you
I
can't add
want to
anything else
plate
to it.
my dish before anybody else tries to dick with it.
So you're just gonna plate it now
Because
you're not
Macron
gonna add,
already tried to put a spoon in there,
That's true.
and it's all
That's true.
nicely layered.
Yeah.
It's got beautiful curls, like all these sugar curls and stuff
yeah.
like
People
that.
might still be able to mess with it even when it's plated.
No.
No, you cannot mess with it when it's plated.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So you're just gonna go for a plating.
I'm gonna go for a plating of my
Okay.
trifle. I have this beautiful glass jar, so you can actually see the layers.
Mm-hmm.
And before I said chocolate, you said it was bitter. I didn't want to do that, so what I did,
Yeah, I didn't realize chocolate was bitter.
I found this Zornian fruit that tastes exactly like strawberries. It's so
Zornian.
good.
Okay, so wait, you want to add that to it?
No, it's in the other one previously.
It was already in there.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay.
yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So,
So it's got like this nice red ring of mousse, a little tiny sponge cake.
But once you
another
start
ring
plating
of
this, no
mousse.
one's going to see those layers properly, Jasmine.
if she
No,
puts
you-
it into a
see-through glass.
Yeah.
It's a really nice little trifle.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So, I'm just reading about plating. Let's see.
Because Macron already tried to put a spoon in it.
He did.
Shame.
For
Shame.
He just wanted to taste. It looked
actually
so
hurt.
delicious. Did you just hurt yourself?
I
You just double slapped yourself.
Oh,
You played yourself.
Okay.
Played it
So, so you said you're adding a garnish of strawberries. You have perfect concentrical rings. You have this nice glass that you're putting it into. I would say that sounds to me like a moderately difficult plate. So it's a +2.
Okay.
So as far as rolling for that, you're going to use your careful.
Yep.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a careful roll, and you just need to beat 2.
Oh.
I already done it.
You already
I have
beat it?
+2.
Okay, so then I don't think you can succeed with style, as far as I can tell.
I mean, I could still roll.
Go ahead and roll for it. We'll just see what you get.
Oh.
So you would have only.
So I'm at 3.
You have a 3. Okay, so then it wouldn't matter anyways.
Yeah.
So so you'll
bad
get.
roll.
That
you'll
was
get,
a really bad roll.
let's name that plating aspect that you just did. So what would you say? What would you give a label to that?
I have a beautiful 4. No, wait. Is it? I guess 4 tier.
A 4-tier.
4
Dab
tier
likes pie. Just resub. Thank you,
16
Dad.
months.
Thank you so much.
Drop them bears.
Barbothian sugar snail trifle
Okay.
with a strawberry or the can't remember what I called it now.
Garnish.
with that strawberry fruit garnish.
So
Like
With
I
the Zorbian.
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 Yep.
like I peeled it so it's nice and curly.
Okay.
Zorbian strawberry
Curly strawberry.
Curly strawberry garnish.
curls.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a forward tier of
Strawberries.
Bothian sugar snail trifle with Zorbian strawberry curls. All right, and the total score on that is a +11, and it is plated. Okay, so Jazzy now has 2 more turns after this to mess with people, basically. So Ash, what would you like to do on your turn?
I want to still make my spicy sauce,
Spicy sauce time. Okay.
and I'd also like to make rice. I don't know if that needs to be a whole separate turn as well.
If you want it to have an impact on the score, it does.
Okay.
So
and
if
sure.
you want to have a bonus of that. So, okay, so you've already got a sweet aspect. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is something I mentioned earlier, but I'll bring it back up again. Once you've created something with flavor, right?
Yeah.
So your main aspect is sweet.
Yep.
You can't make another sweet thing to add to it. You've
Right.
already got all the sweet that you can put into there. But spicy, you can do.
Yep.
So you want to make a side aspect of spicy, specifically a sauce. So
Correct
what's
me if
this-
I'm wrong, though. Did I understand this correctly? The next aspect cannot be higher than the first
It
aspect?
cannot exceed.
So my
Right.
sweet is 7, so I can't
You
exceed.
cannot get higher than a 7
Right.
on this.
Yeah.
What you're going to do, much like we did with the dish earlier, you're going to roll for this. Now, this, I do believe with side aspects, you can get a success with style. Okay?
Oh.
So that
Do
gives
you
you
want
a
to switch over
bonus.
to you, Ash?
Yes.
What's up? Yeah, switch to your view.
Haha.
I believe so. Or maybe, no, you know what? No, it has to do with if you have certain bonuses, if you have certain stunts,
Right.
you can add more on top of it. Let us go ahead and roll for a spicy. What difficulty do you want to roll against?
So I only have a +2 to spicy, so I'm going to try to go for a 5 total.
A 5. And what is the food that you're using as the spicy base?
Ooh. So I am going to be using some Bluefinian red chili peppers.
Okay. And is there anything in particular that makes these chili peppers difficult to work with?
You know, they are extra seedy, thick pods to
Thick pods. So you gotta work with those.
Yeah.
Okay. So what that's gonna do, it's going to increase the difficulty of your roll,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also going to give you a higher score in the end.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
So, let's say. So what did you want to roll for? Total?
5 total. I have a +2 to spicy right now.
5 total +2 to spicy. Okay. So first, let's have you roll to remove the seeds.
Okay.
Okay. So like that's going to be what you're going to do. So we're going to call that a. Well, how do you want to remove the seeds? What do you think is the best way to remove those seeds? You're the person who's worked with these before. You're the expert.
Since I'm the expert and I've worked with them before, I'll go for flashy.
Oh.
Flashy. So what does that look like? How is it flashy?
That means that, because I'm from the planet Bluefin, I know the easy way to pop off the top of them and just quickly shake out
Oh,
the
okay.
seeds and stuff that other
Wow.
people may not understand, that you don't have to just crack into them. You can just pop it right off.
Okay. Well, do you have any
flashy.
aspects that you're drawing
pretty
on that
flashy.
give you that knowledge?
Well, I'm trained as a master chef, not necessarily. I'm trained in cheese rather than in spicy stuff, but I'm trained as a master chef. Plus, I'm from the planet Bluefin.
Okay, so you're going to say that this is a Bluefinian
Yeah.
kind of skill passed down from
Exactly.
generations.
Everyone from this planet
Okay.
understands how to use these.
So you pull out those the peppers, right? You already got them because you had planned ahead. You were going to be doing this. You grabbed it when you grabbed the different ingredients. So you as you're doing this, Holly go lightweight pops up. Oh, Holly! Thanos, I'm so excited to be talking to you right now. Could you please tell us what it is that you're trying to cook right now?
Well, Holly, I'm working with Bluefinian red chili peppers. Ordinarily, a lot of people consider these to be quite difficult to work with, but really, if you've worked with them as much as I have, you'll see it's really just a snap.
Wow, isn't that exciting?
just
Why don't you show
snap.
us?
All right.
Okay, so you're going to roll a flashy
Yeah.
against the difficulty of these. So go ahead and do your roll.
Okay.
What'd you get?
Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, so you succeed.
Sweet.
It's not a success with style. It's nothing like crazy out of the ordinary, anything like
Yeah.
that. But you do, you got a little bit of flair there, right? So you're kind of knocking the tops off. You're popping those seeds out. Looking very flashy.
Yeah.
And Holly seems a little impressed. She's like,
Nice.
oh my, quite the skills you've got there. I hope that comes through in the flavor.
Ah.
Thank you so much. Back to you, Dr. Durian. And then she disappears again. You succeeded at getting the seeds out without causing any issue to the chilies. So now let's roll against your
Spicy?
the goal that you wanted to go for. Yes, the
Yeah.
spicy.
So 5 total is what.
You want to aim for 5?
5 total. Yeah. So I've only
Okay.
got a +2 to spicy, so I'm hoping to get a 3.
You're hoping to get 3. Okay, go for it. Okay,
Yeah.
you got it. So you got a 5.
Yep.
And you add a +1 on top of that because of the difficulty of the chili peppers that I talked about. So you got a +6
Yep.
on that spicy. So you've now prepared your chili sauce with a total of a +6.
Yep.
Okay? So we're going to add that to your dish right here at +6. Spicy Bluefinian chili sauce. Okay.
You're gonna have to get another page.
I'm going to have to get another page. I ripped that one in half. Okay. So, Messbot continues to do his own thing. All right. So that's the end of turn 3.
Freaking
I don't
Messbot.
think we're going to be getting through the whole episode today. But hopefully y'all out there are enjoying this because I'm having fun with this.
Yeah.
yeah, no, this is great.
Okay, so turn 4. All right. Macaron wanders a little bit over your way, a little bit, and then kind of like has like one of these like, kind of looks.
Macaron has yet to cook anything,
Yeah.
by the way.
So he goes back to his snail. All right.
Is this snail still alive?
Yeah, if
Well, I
not
mean,
a bit
It's
drunk.
a little drunk.
You can't quite tell what's going on over there. You know that like you see him doing stuff with the snail. You're not sure exactly what's going on. Now he has been, while he's been kind of bouncing back and forth, right? You have seen him throw a couple of things in and out of like dishes and whatnot. So it's like there seems to be something going on, but you're not quite sure. what's
Okay.
happening.
Okay.
Okay. Coco, again, is working on her things all on her own. She's just fine. Messbot seems to be looking around a lot. Okay?
Oh.
He's looking around a lot. All right? He does not do anything yet, but you can see that he's looking around a little bit. Rick.
Okay. I would like to begin my second aspect of
Okay,
this
you
roll.
want to do a side
I'm going
aspect?
for the savory aspect. Okay?
And what is going to be your savory aspect?
They're going to be Cardovian musk beetles.
Cardovian musk beetles.
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
I'm going to use these Cardovian musk beetles. They burrow very deep underground.
Okay.
Hard to find.
Holly pops up. Tell me more.
These Cardovian musk beetles, the musk, the flavor actually comes from the way that you kill them. And you have to actually chop them into 4 sections simultaneously. You got to make sure that you cut it
Interesting.
just right.
So then
to
you're
get the
using
flavor.
fresh Cardovian musk beetles.
Of
You're going to have to
course.
kill them yourself.
And actually, the way that I kill them is actually pretty unique. You'll see, and I throw it up in the air, and then 4 of my tentacles pull out 4 knives, and I slice it.
Okay, so would you say that is a quick action?
That is a flashy action.
You want it to be flashy. Okay,
yeah.
so you're kind of like not only are you doing it, but
showing
you're kind
off.
of like you're throwing those
Oh, yeah.
knives around. Maybe like your camouflage on your skin is kind of like making
Oh,
little
yeah.
like glimmers and stuff. Okay, so you want to go for a flashy cut against these Cardovian musk beetles. How dangerous are these Cardovian musk beetles?
The beetles aren't dangerous
Okay.
unless they're prepared correctly.
My computer restarted itself. Thank you, Windows, for doing this on your own.
Your computer restarted itself.
Way to go,
I
Windows.
hate Windows. Anyway, let's continue.
Okay.
I would think we can get through this without it. It's fine. So,
You can think of it as like fugu on Earth.
Oh, it's
Okay.
updating. That's why.
yeah. It decided to update in the middle of this.
Awesome.
It's fine. It's fine. Because we got 2 more rounds of this to get through. And
All right.
I can work with it.
Okay.
So, all right. So, they're not that difficult to work with.
No.
I assume that they can kind of scurry away and whatnot, everything.
Yeah.
And how many of these are you preparing?
3.
Just 3. Okay,
Yes.
so you're going to do 1, 2, 3. That's
Yes.
how
This
you're
is
going
a
to do
side
it?
dish.
Yes.
All right.
No, this is my second aspect of my first dish.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna go ahead, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna say that we're gonna prepare it first. You
Okay.
need to prepare those. So we're going to do. You could either do 1 at a time,
Okay.
or you could do all 3 at once.
All 3 at once.
All 3 at once. Okay. So that's gonna be a pretty flashy move you're doing there.
Okay.
But you might get a big bonus for succeeding in that. So go ahead and roll.
Come on.
Gosh.
Oh, that was bad. That was so bad.
Total score?
Oh.
4.
What's your flash yet, though?
3.
So your total was 4.
Yes.
That was a
Yeah.
bad roll.
So
Holly.
so while Holly is watching you and the cameras are rolling, it's all focused on you.
Watch
You
this.
throw up the first musk beetle and perfect. Right down the. Okay, got that. All right.
Watch number 2.
The second one, when the knife comes down, the beetle kind of does like a little flip in midair and kind of smacks your knife a little bit out of the way, and then that beetle falls to the ground totally fine and scurries off. Right.
Bye.
And as you're not paying attention, the third beetle bites onto your
Ah!
ankle, and it's not letting go. That thing is
Come on. Get off.
yeah, thrashing left and right. Eventually, you're able to get it to launch off of you and scurry away.
Oh, my God.
And it kind of scurries over into Messbot's area. Okay. And Holly just kind of like looks at you and kind of goes like, "Well."
That's how it was supposed
And
to
then she
work,
just
Holly.
disappears.
Holly! It was supposed to work. I only needed 1 beetle.
So you only have 1 beetle to work with.
Okay.
Okay. So you're not going to get a huge bonus from the beetles themselves. But go ahead and if you would like to, you can roll for the aspect still.
I'm going to roll 7. So I had
roll
7
against
in
7.
sweet. I'm going to roll against the 7.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, plus 3 is 7.
So you just matched it. All right. And so you're going to take a -2 to that
What?
because the 2 musk beetles got away.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought you said I wasn't going to get a huge bonus. I got no bonus.
Yeah, you got a negative bonus. So you get a 5 though. So you got a level 5. What do you call it? Cardovian musk beetle. What?
Paste.
Paste. I feel like it would have had a different name if it had a higher score. Okay.
I think Zeptic pointed out, don't get blood in your dish, Rick.
Don't get blood in your dish. Yeah.
No.
That's
makes
what she
it
said.
savory.
That's what she said. So, Jazzy, did you do your turn?
No,
Yeah.
I haven't.
Okay, so your
Forgot
turn
about
next.
me already.
Easy. I couldn't remember which term you were on because we haven't done your turn this round either.
I'm
have we?
my turn. I'm gonna go over to.
Oh, you're gonna go
Macron,
over to Macron?
and I want to apologize to him, and I want to talk to him, and I'm gonna ask him a few questions.
Okay.
Mac-
So
Interesting.
Macron, he's still kind of like, and you can see he's still like doing stuff, pouring things
Yeah.
all around. The snail seems to be alive.
Yeah.
And maybe also drunk.
Oh,
Yeah.
Macron,
Ugh!
look. I am so sorry about earlier. You kind of startled me. I didn't want to hurt my dish. I want to ask you a few questions because I heard that you're like the best sommelier.
Who are you again?
I'm Scuba.
Sombier?
Scuba. Yes, Scuba.
Yes.
My
We
favorite.
met earlier.
Yes, Scuba. Under the sea.
So I wanted to ask you a question since you're so good with wine.
Mm-hmm.
Can you help me pair
Ash.
something?
Ashen Comet just subscribed. Thank you, guys. Drop some bears.
Thank you, Ashton Comet.
Bears.
So you're trying to get. You want?
I
some
want
help-
him.
okay.
What I want to do.
Uh-huh.
So I want to trick him. Yeah, I'm being clever.
Yeah.
I want to ask him what wine I should, or what aperitif wine I should pair with my dish.
Okay.
And if he has it, I want to take it.
Okay.
I'm going to be very nice about it.
So I will say this. So just so you know, because you've already plated your dish, you can't pair anything with it to get a bonus
Oh, I can't.
because that's considered a side aspect.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But you can take it away from him. So
You can take it away from him. You can sabotage him. You can do things to other people. But
Is
once
it
the dish
not-
is plated, it's done.
Oh,
Like maybe
okay.
ask him. No, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Shoot. Well, that sucks.
So the other thing that you could do, if you wanted to, you could try and prepare another sweet dish and
I
see
don't
if you
think I'll
could
be
come
able
up
to
with
have
something
time
better.
to plate it,
But
though.
yeah, but that's the thing is like, that's why you want to be careful about.
Well, you can prepare it now, and then we have one turn, and we can plate it.
Yeah.
But her turn's already over there.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Ah, that's true.
See, I didn't realize that. If I had known that, I wouldn't have plated.
See, I think you got to sabotage.
You can sabotage.
Okay.
Who are you going to sabotage?
I'm still at Macron. So I'm gonna ask him,
Scuba.
what are you making
How
over
are
here?
you?
It smells so delicious.
Oh, it's pretty good. I can't tell you those.
I bet you have a really good wine though with it.
Wine.
Yeah.
I like wine.
You do? May I try some of that wine?
Oh, very good wine.
May I try some of it though?
So how
It
about
sounds so good. What you're making? I want to try that wine, and I want to steal it.
It's okay because he doesn't listen to what you're saying.
So, he sort of he starts to pour another a little glass, to the side. It's very strong. We'll just give you a little bit.
All right, so I take it. Now I'm gonna not take a sip. I'm just gonna
Just throw it behind your back.
Okay.
and I'm just gonna pour it behind my back.
All right. So do a sneaky.
I have
against
sneak.
that.
I have sneak.
Oh, I am sneak.
I am sneak.
Why she sneak?
So 2,
3.
3, 6.
Okay. And let me pull up his thing now that my computer's back on.
Yay!
I just gotta see his stats.
See, I wanted to get his opinion, take his wine, and as an aspect, but I didn't realize once it's plated, it's done.
Yeah, and so that's what I was trying to say earlier was that once you've
It can't be messed with, but it can't be messed with.
it can't be messed with, but it can't be messed with. Exactly. So in future cook-offs,
Yeah,
you can make
that's good to
additional
know.
dishes
That's
because
good
you're
to know.
making them for multiple judges, right? Just like in Battle Chef. And so you can kind of work around that, and you'll have way more turns, so you'll probably want to spend more time.
Right. This is just a fast cook.
Yeah.
Okay. So you rolled a what total?
6.
A
Yeah,
6. Okay. So let me.
Ooh.
So
2, 4, 6, 7 just alone there.
So you were trying to steal his wine from him, right?
Yeah.
So, you kind of reach over, but the problem is that for whatever reason you forgot you had another hand. So you reach over to try and steal the bottle, and your other hand just kind of punches him right in the gut.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to read the label.
How?
So sorry.
Dare you? And then he his eyes suddenly go dark, and his
Okay.
mouth opens up, and his fangs extend. All right. And so then as if coming from some otherworldly place, his drunkenness seems to almost fade away, and his claws come out and everything like that. And he grabs the nearest thing he can find, which is a rolling pin, and he swings at you.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, and as he's doing that, he says, "Don't ever touch a vampire's wine." For some reason, they love wine.
You would think
It
it'd
looks
be
like
blood.
blood.
So, roll a quick to try and avoid this.
God.
With the quickness.
God, it keeps falling.
Ooh,
2,
1.
4,
That's 5,
5.
6. Not too bad.
6. Yep.
So you roll a 6.
Creeper Wolf Gaming, 100 bits. I tried to donate with Google Pay card, but it didn't work. So
Aw.
bits instead.
Ah.
Appreciate it.
Thank
That's
you.
okay. Thank you, Creeper Wolf.
I would not take food from things that are food.
So, so he swings at you, but you're able to dodge it. And he even opens himself up. He kind of goes a little off balance.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you want to take advantage of that in some way?
Yeah.
Ooh.
While he's off balancing, I'm gonna try to duck under him and grab the wine anyways.
Okay. So, he swings over your head
Yeah.
angrily. You duck right under his arm, grab the wine anyways, and then retreat back towards
Yay.
your station. His wine's stolen.
Well, there you go.
And he's spun around in a circle, and now suddenly he's... Oh, there it is again.
Let me ask you this.
I need more wine! And so then he turns and saunters back towards the middle.
Does he know that she stole his wine?
No.
Okay.
No.
And he won't remember it either.
Nope. So...
My name's Scuba.
Scuba! So you got lucky there. You had a big fail, but then you succeeded at defending against his retaliation. So, Ash, your turn.
Me.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Yuzuchi says he will come back for that wine, Jazz.
all right. I think. Let's see here. Yeah, I'd like to continue to add on something to my dish, so I'm going to try to make some rice, some savory rice. Like maybe I chop up a little bit of the snail and
Okay.
use some of the snail meat and make like a fried rice to go along with my
Okay,
stir fry.
so you're using the snail, which has a sweet flavor. How are you gonna get a different flavor into that rice?
So I'll marinate it in maybe some hoisin or some soy or some I don't know, some.
So you've already. What are the two flavors you've already got? You got sweet and you got spicy. So you're adding like a savory.
I am.
You're adding a savory. Okay. So you chop up a little bit of the snail. You throw in some kind of sauce with that
Some
into the
sauce,
rice.
some
Trying to make some
veggies and stuff
Okay.
to go along with it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you. Let's see. Go ahead and roll for savory.
Okay. Do I need to declare what I want to go for?
Yeah. Figure out what difficulty you want to aim for.
All right. I'm gonna aim for 6 this time.
Gonna aim for a 6. And what's your total?
I have a +2.
+2. Okay. So Ash is going for a 6. He's 4.
One, two. Oh no.
Nope.
Okay. So, you burn it.
I burn it.
You burn
Oh
it.
no, Ash.
And the downside of burning it, okay, is that Kitchen Arena, as everyone knows, has a state-of-the-art fire suppression system.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So, right above you, sprinklers open up, start spraying everywhere.
Oh no.
What do you do?
All right. My immediate reaction is to grab a bowl and try to cover my first dish, the stir fry.
Okay.
With the sauce.
Okay, so roll a quick.
Okay.
All right. Ash has +1 to quick.
+1 to quick.
What is that?
1, 2, 3, 4.
3,
Plus 5.
4. 5.
So +1, 5.
Yeah, I got 5.
Okay, so luckily, you're able to move quickly on your feet. You get the dish covering over your previous dish, so no damage happens. Like you were aware, you recognized it before it was going to happen. You saved your original dish, so no damage has befallen your dish. But you have burned your fried rice, and it's ruined.
All right.
You will not be able to add that to your dish.
Got it.
That's your turn. Okay. Now,
What turn? Okay, so we're moving into the final turn now, right?
we're moving into turn
No, this is turn 4.
4.
Oh, there's only 4.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
have one more turn after that. I will say that I personally added an additional turn. It should have only been 4 turns, is what the game said. And I
Okay.
added another one because I figured we might have some issues. So normally this would be the last turn.
Okay.
Now, before that turn ends, though, Messbot starts like having alarm sounds like
Oh, no.
blaring off of him.
Oh no.
He's like, intruder alert! Intruder alert! Intruder alert! And you see the beetle that got away from you
Oh.
scurrying across the top of his counter. And you see like his bladed hands, all of his different arms like chopping to try and stop it, but it keeps on scurrying past him. So see him doing this. And in his fury, right through the middle of his dish.
Oh! I
And then-
inadvertently sabotaged his meal.
But then he looks at you. And you can tell that he knows that it came from you.
He is upset.
He's not happy.
All right.
Next turn. So this is turn 4 that we're on?
We're
Yep.
about to start turn 4.
We're about to start turn 4. Okay, so.
No, I thought this was turn.
Yeah, because I had marked off
I
turns
think
1,
this
2, and
was
3, so
turn
I thought that
5.
was turn 4.
Yeah.
This
Well-
is 5.
This is the last turn.
Is
Because
it?
I was going to. I didn't have time to make another dish.
Yes.
So
I
we
think you've only
collected.
done 3 things.
We collected the ingredient.
Yeah.
I made
Yep.
my stir fry. I made my sauce. Yeah, and then I burnt the
then
thing.
you
Because
put
I
the-
collected
Yeah.
my ingredient.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're right.
I went and I saved
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
And then I did 2.
You're
So
right.
we're coming to turn 5.
Yes.
So y'all will want to plate.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can do one more thing to try and sabotage or do whatever. In this final round, you see Macron quickly rush back from the altar. Nothing happens to him on his way back, and you see him finally just throwing stuff together. It's like all of a sudden he's sobered up and he's aware, like, oh crap, this is about to happen. So, furiously putting a dish together. Messbot is looking right at you.
Yeah, he is.
And he is coming into your zone right now.
Oh God.
And he has his eyes and his blades looking right at your dish.
Okay.
And he's going right for it. What do you do?
I'm going to.
He is like I'm talking. It's like straight shot right for your dish. Not even looking at you, just bzzz, heading right for it.
I'm going to use a quick movement to rescue my dish.
Okay, so what are you going to try and do to rescue your dish from?
I'm going to try to. I'm I'm going to swap it out is what I'm going to do. Okay?
So you're going to try and sneak another dish into its place of some sort?
No. No, I'm just going to quickly grab it. I'm just going to grab it out of the way.
Okay. And
So that he's just going to swing it into midair.
Okay.
So I'm going to just move it out of the way, put it on the table. Just super quick.
I feel like you're gonna lose a.
You're going to just move it onto another table.
Yeah, I'm just
somewhere
going
else.
to... He's going to come
Okay.
down over here. I'm just going to move it out of the way.
So roll your quick.
Okay.
You're gonna lose a tentacle, Rick.
I'm not going to lose tentacle. Too quick for that.
Roll for losing a tentacle.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
You lost a tentacle.
What's your total roll?
A 4.
A 4.
It's not great.
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
Got
Even
very
worse.
In his rage, Messbot is not paying that close of attention. And as he goes to chop down, he's using so many of his arms that he actually kind of gets tangled up in his own arms.
Yes.
So even though you weren't that quick on the draw, you were able to get your dish
Thank goodness.
and move it away.
Thank goodness.
But he's not done. So you can see that he's pulling his arms apart. He's trying his best to get them apart, and he does. Okay? He's like, "Your beetle sabotaged my dish. I am now going to destroy yours. Move away, or you will be my next target. Do you understand?"
And I'm going to look at him and say,
That's what you're gonna say. That's exactly what you're gonna say.
I know the donations aren't even, but I'm so glad I made it home to catch some of this live, even if I got no idea what's
thank
going
you, Big
on.
Galaxy.
Whoops,
Thank
y'all
you
are
so
still-
much.
amazing.
Now,
Okay. I'm going to use my cleverness.
so I'm just gonna say this just to remind you.
Yes.
You did have an interaction with him earlier.
Oh, exactly. That's what I'm...
Okay.
Exactly. I'm going to use my cleverness to bring up the issue in the bedroom. All right?
We're gonna refer to it as the bedroom incident.
The bedroom incident.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to say... hey, listen up, Messbot. Don't forget who's the boss in our room, all right? We have to go back here at the end of the night, all right? And I'm the guy in the big bed, and you're the guy in the cot. Don't forget your role.
Wow.
Ooh.
So that's aggressive, is what that sounded like to me.
And then wait, no, I say, hey, listen up, Messbot. Don't forget. Remember that incident in the room? We're friends. We're roommates. All right, we're buddies. What happened was an accident. I'm sleeping on the big bed. You're sleeping on the cot. Maybe we can switch it up.
Okay.
Ooh.
We can share the bed.
So you're off.
Maybe.
Okay.
Share the bed.
We both have 8 arms.
Wink, wink.
It's a lot of possibilities there.
Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge.
Okay. So
Imagine
now,
what we could do with 16
What happens
arms.
in Uranium Kitchen stays in Uranium Kitchen.
Wow.
So I'm gonna call that. We're gonna call that sneaky.
Okay.
Okay. So let's roll a sneaky because you're attempting to do some little subterfuge here in order to get him not to pay attention to what's going on here. All right.
God damn it. Are you kidding me?
Totally.
I just rolled a 0.
What's your total?
1.
Yeah, that's not looking
Yeah,
good.
you.
Every time. I am not swayed by your simple offering of a bed. I am going to destroy your dish immediately. And so he swings down, and it's coming right. You're holding your dish in your hand, and it's coming right for your
Can I
hands.
try to help?
Sure. What do you want to do to try and help?
I still have that bottle. I'm gonna throw it at Messbot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. My whole plan on getting the bottle to use in my dish has been foiled.
Sure.
So what am I gonna do with this bottle of wine besides
Go
drink
for it. Yeah, go for it.
So what would that be?
Let's call it. Well,
I want to do careful aim and make sure it hits.
careful aim. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Rick.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, that's 2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
What's your total?
5,
0.
6.
6.
Okay. We're gonna call that a just success.
Yes.
All right. So, Rick,
So.
you're sitting there, knife coming down, right about to strike right into the middle of your
little
dish
guy.
and ruin everything, and you just see this wine bottle shatter right all over Messbot's face.
And I'm like, scuba, scuba, scuba.
Holly Go Lightwave appears. Oh, it looks like we have our first knockout. And then suddenly, like, some music starts playing, like, knockout. And Messbot, like, starts erroring and just kind of, like, falls down.
I love
You
it.
have been saved.
And then I look over and I say, thank you so much, Scuba.
I didn't want you to get hurt.
Oh, you're my friend now.
Oh.
I'm glad that we work
But
next to
it's
each other.
actually Wendy.
Oh. Scuba.
Wendy.
I'll figure it out.
Can I write it down for you?
Yeah.
Okay, give me one of your tentacles. and just like Sharpie. Wendy.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know how to read human.
Okay, so
Don't you have the implant in the back of your head?
That's true.
so luckily your dish is unaffected.
Yes. Can I plate that son of a gun?
Yes, you may plate that son of a gun.
Good. I'm
Does
plating.
he need to roll for plating?
He does need to roll for plating.
Okay.
So, well, and what kind of
How fancy?
plating are you going to do? How fancy is it?
Oh, right.
You can't so because of what just happened,
Yes.
the ruckus. You can't go for anything too fancy because
Okay.
half of your turn has been taken up by dealing with all this.
Okay.
So it's got to be a little bit of a hasty plating.
So, so I can roll for what am I rolling for?
Well, so first you got to tell me what kind of plating does it look like? What are you trying to make it look like?
It's basically like a, like I said, like a pork loin, like a rolled pork loin.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be the loin of the sugar snail rolled with the musk beetle paste.
Okay. So normally would it be like a very carefully plated thing, or is it more like a rustic kind of rugged
It's
looking-
very rustic.
Okay. So then we'll call that let's say you roll for 1 second. We'll call it so roll quick.
Roll quick. Okay.
Roll quick.
Okay. I got
You succeed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So you get a +1 plating aspect.
Nice.
Rugged sugar snail roll with a Cardovian musk beetle paste.
So that puts me at 13.
That puts you at 13.
All right.
Okay. Ash. Thanos.
Is it not Jasmine first?
Oh, no, sorry.
I want to go over here and make sure that
So on brand.
Mechbot is all right.
Messbot.
Messbot. But I also want to inspect and see if there's anything that's useful to me in like later stages.
Like any,
Oh, so you want to
any
learn something
information?
about Messbot. So you're like trying to, oh, are you okay? But really
Yeah.
you're trying to figure something out about it. Okay, all right. So we're going to call that, we're going to call it sneaky. We're going to call that sneaky.
Oh, I have the sneak.
So I assume, so you're going up there, you're like, oh my gosh, are you okay? I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But you're like really like, it's like you would be like reaching into his wallet and stuff like that.
yeah.
A space wallet.
Also mentioned
I
we're
want
only
more information.
$830 away from
Whoa!
Wow.
So
That's
close,
all,
y'all.
Crazy.
So close to making gingerbreads.
All right.
It'll be a gingerbread contest,
all right,
though.
so
We'll
yeah,
see who
roll
can make
sneaky.
the best one.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 7.
7. Okay. So you're. Let me look at what he's got just to be sure.
What?
The names of these things that they give are incredible. Okay, so got to write down information for Jazzy because
Oh, you
can't
could just
have
More
you could
info.
just have
Yeah,
the
give
same
me that.
page.
Jazz is just getting all the intel.
She is.
See, I just want to bank the points this time, and then I'll go do sneaky stuff, try to get some info the next round, you know? Just bank it
I already
all now.
cemented my place, I think, in the next round.
Well, I cemented. What level's your dish?
11.
I'm 13.
I know, but
13.
he's out.
That's true.
So
That's true. He's out. His dish is ruined.
Zorro, how you doing over
Which
there?
makes me... What?
How you
What'd you call me? Did you call me Zorro? Sir? All right? I'm not one of your blue Finian buddies you can just make up names for.
They're not made up. I made them.
What, your imaginary friends? Because those are the only ones you can get.
Are you imaginary?
I don't know if you're stupid or if you're just playing me.
Okay, so you learned a couple
How
of
do I
things
play you?
about Messbot because you were able to reveal a little bit. Like basically, you
wow.
were kind of fiddling around with a couple of the buttons on his body, and one of them revealed like a little kind of readout of information. It was basically the digital version of a diary.
Oh, so this thing, is that something he can do?
That's something that he can do. But now
Okay.
that you're aware of it, maybe you could call on that at some point if you were to want to.
right.
Or you could at some point maybe take advantage of that or use your knowledge of that against him.
Okay.
A couple of those things. So, somehow, nobody sees you do this. Not even the cameras. Like, it's crazy how that keeps happening.
She's just so forgettable.
I love it because your rolls have been so good that it has straight up just been that, like, yeah, no one is paying attention to you on this show. They think that you're just somebody wandering onto the set. All right. That's the end of your turn, huh?
Yep.
All right, Ash.
All right. I need a plate.
You got a plate.
So I'm going to try to go for a clever design. Something
Clever.
I'm going
All
to take
right.
all my nice little pieces of the snail that I've fried up in my stir fry, piece them in like a very geometric shape on my
Ooh.
plate, and then add like several pools of the sauce that I've used a stencil for to
Wow.
add some more symmetry and design.
Wow.
This is
listen
a
to this
very,
guy.
very
Yeah.
intricate
Yeah.
plating that you're going for. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and roll. So you're saying that's clever?
I'm hoping it's clever.
All right. Hoping it's clever. Yeah. No, that sounds clever.
Look how clever that fish is.
Looks so clever, that clever fish. So go ahead and roll for it.
All right.
Math-based plating. Impressive.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Not bad.
Okay. You succeed, and you do a very impressive job. The pools come out exactly how you want it. Stacking comes out exactly how you want it. Everything is looking perfect. And so you get a +2.
Sweet.
So we'll call that +2 math plate. Okay. So, unless you have a better name for it.
No, math plate sounds fine.
Okay. So that's everyone's dishes.
That's everyone's dishes.
So, we move on to judging.
Yes,
Ooh.
I want
Ready
to see
for
what
judging?
these jerks made.
And this will probably be where we'll end the stream at, which will be fine, I think, after
Yeah.
the first cook-off. We'll get through the judging, and then we'll call it there. And then if we want to do more of this in the future, we can pick back up where we left off.
Yeah.
Or we can switch to a different game. Whatever people want to do. Let's go ahead.
This is a lot of fun, I'll say.
This is really
I actually
fun.
really like this.
Isn't it great?
Yeah. Oh,
Born being wallpaper.
Can't stop donating. But seriously, donate way more than I should. Loving Stumptmas, loving the stream, love you guys. Thanks, love Doctors Without Borders. It's worth being tired tomorrow for
Aw.
this.
Thank you so much. You appreciate
I
the
love
heck out of you.
Rick's little.
I had to pick up my pencil. I was leaning down and did it.
Oh, man. Okay, so we move on to the judging station.
Hashtag 2 + 2 = plate.
So let me go to...
Ash's fish. Ash's fish is so good.
It's so good.
This way. Ah.
There you go. You got it.
Second.
Ah.
Okay, so...
That's the big old knife.
So, Dr. Durian, the host of the show, he is also the judge for the quick cook-offs, all right? So, think if, like, Mel and Sue were the judges from British Bake Off. Dr. Durian looks very much like Winston, giant metal arm, green fur, but otherwise, it's Winston, right? So he comes up and says, "Hey there, how's it going?" You each created your dishes. So you bring them up one by one to the judges' table,
Okay.
and are judged as such by Dr. Durian. Let's see. Okay, and then I just need to go read about Dr. Durian's preferences because they all have
Oh,
Oh,
my.
preferences.
preferences. Okay.
What are you clicking on there, Ash?
Switching up the tunes. I feel like we need some finale music.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, good to know.
Better like sweet. That's all I got to say.
So you all bring your dishes before Dr. Durian.
Boop, boop,
And
boop,
you're all
boop,
given a
boop,
moment, to talk about your dish,
Mhm.
to present it to him, and to get your score.
Mine doesn't stand up.
I know. We got to glue you a
So-
bigger base.
First, we have Macron.
Macaron.
All right. So Macron kind of stumbles up to the judge's station. He has this dish, which strangely looks better than you thought it would. And kind of holds it out. He says, "I have for you Vabathian sugar snail escargot with some wine."
Can I look
Wine
at his
sauce.
table? Is the snail still on the counter?
The snail is not still on the counter, but it
Oh.
is plopped right in the middle of this dish. It does still seem to be moving a little.
And is his dish just a glass of wine? The snail is just in.
No, it is on a plate.
Okay.
Right? The same plate that he seemed to be feeding the snail off of earlier, but it's cleaner. It's cleaner than you expected it to be. So Dr. Durian kind of grabs the plate and kind of, doesn't even know quite what to do with it, right? And sort of like lifts the snail up, kind of looks at it, throws the whole thing in his mouth, and just chomps down on
Rock
it.
and all?
Shell and all.
Whoa.
Right? He's like,
He's a very strong
and then
space monkey.
drinks the wine out of the saucer.
Well, it's a very unconventional preparation, but not terrible. I do like raw snails. However, it doesn't seem to have been prepared at all. Next, please.
So the next person to come up will be Rick.
Okay.
Wait, not Rock or Coco?
No, I'll get through everybody.
Okay.
So here I have a sugar snail loin roll for you, made with musk beetle paste. It's a sweet and savory dish. I hope it's to your liking.
Then you present. So he kind of takes the roll, cuts into it a little bit, takes a nice big bite, and goes,
The musk paste is quite nice.
Thank you.
I am a fan of the Cardovian musk beetle.
Thank you.
And it goes very well with the sugar snail roll. Normally you wouldn't think to mix these two flavors together, but I do appreciate them. Not a lot of people know this, but Cardovian musk beetles are actually the second largest beetles in the Solovian galaxy.
It's true.
Yes, I know this.
I'm sure there are a lot of things you know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very well done. I
Thank you,
appreciate
sir.
This
Thank
is
you.
very, very tasty.
Next up, we have Ramsey, right? Coco Ramsey. She comes up. And so, she presents her dish and she says, I've made for you a nice, sweet Cardovian or Vibothian snail sugar cookie with a nice side of a chocolate sauce.
Ooh.
I think it goes very well, and the chocolate actually comes from a dimension where chocolate tastes like vanilla, so it's very different, but it's delicious.
Interesting.
So, Dr. Durian reaches over, he grabs the cookie, dips it a little bit in the chocolate, takes a bite.
Did you also use Cardovian musk beetles? Because I'm tasting a little bit of Cardovian musk. And I actually like it. I really appreciate that. That's quite good.
And Coco kind of looks around nervously as soon as he says the musk beetles. And then she looks over to her station, and you can see the other musk beetle that got away from Rick.
Thank you, Sam. Brian, so good watching you guys do live role play and such a good cause.
Thank you so much.
$100. Thank
Appreciate
you,
the
Sam
heck out
Bryant.
of you. So you see the little musk beetle kind of digging around in all of her ingredients and kind of spraying little clouds here and there.
Can I look to her and just sort of give her a wink?
You go ahead here.
Go ahead and
Roll a
wink at her.
flashy.
Roll for win.
Oh,
Flashy.
I am flashy.
Just lost the dice again.
All right, my rolls are crap tonight. So I got 2, 3 plus 5. I got 5.
5 total.
Yeah.
She sort of sees you wink and then kind of does one of these she's
Ew.
not quite. More confused than anything else. All right. So then Sandy.
Wendy.
Oh,
Wendy. Wendy.
Scooby.
Wandy. Come on up, Wandy.
So I pick up my trifle. I was like, here is my Verbothian
Sugar snail.
sugar snail trifle. And it's got, I can't remember what it's called.
It's a 4-tier Vibothian sugar snail trifle with Zorbian strawberry curls.
Yeah, the Zorbian strawberry curls is actually really refreshing, and it cuts through some of that nice mousse that I've made.
Ah, yes, I've been to Zorba. It's very nice there. I do like their strawberries. They're very good.
Takes a nice big spoonful. Takes a bite.
This is quite good, however, I am not a fan of foods without additional flavors. This is one note, sweet, and I'm not getting anything but the sweet.
Miranda Mythblood with
What?
$100. Tips going to a good cause. Mary Stumptmas all.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Miranda.
you, Miranda.
So you could tell that he liked what you made, but at the same time,
I needed more.
You
Yeah.
needed more in there, right? Okay. So,
Overall, though, very well done. Very well prepared mousse. I just wish that there was something more.
next up, Messbot.
Is he still alive?
He's just sort of like laying there, and there's an empty plate sitting on top of him.
Oh, someone was kind enough to at least put a plate on it. Okay.
So yeah, he just sort of is sitting there, and Dr. Durian just sort of like looks at him and goes,
Funos.
So, let's see here. Dr. Dorian, I've prepared for you my sugar snail stir fry with a spicy sauce made from my own home planet's red chili peppers.
Oh, quite nice. And what is your home planet?
Bluefin.
Bluefin! I love Bluefin. Ever since it's been taken over by the Nagiri, it's been such a wonderful place for me to go into.
Hi, bro. Hey, wish I could give more, but PayPal's too slow. Told you the first day I would donate more at a later date. $10.41. Thank you,
you.
Hypra.
so
Ash's smile just faded.
fades right
It
out of your
just
face.
faded.
But Dr. Durian doesn't seem to really notice that because he's so entranced by you.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Lord July.
Can this count as a bribe towards a game suggestion? Seriously though, thank you all for doing this drive.
Thank you,
Appreciate you
Lorelai.
so much. So, he says that statement, but before he can even notice your sour face, he looks at the dish and kind of his eyes light up like,
Oh my, this looks quite wonderful. What did you say was in this again?
Bluefin red chili peppers.
Those Nagiri really know how to grow.
Whoa, fiber attack.
Wonderful, delicious,
Fiverr attack with $50. Thank you,
you.
Fiverr.
thank you so much.
delicious chili pepper. Quite delicious. Oh, that is fantastic. You should be very proud of your work. This is quite good indeed. So, you're just the whole time. Okay, so he's tried every dish. Okay, now you all line up. He says, first, I need to say who is at the bottom. And that would be the one who is still on his bottom. Messbot has failed this challenge.
But that doesn't mean anything bad. It just means he lost this one challenge. This all counts towards the next challenge as well, right? They consider both things together, much like in the Great British Bake Off.
But now, the winner of this challenge is Thanos.
What?
Your sweet sugar snail stir fry with spicy bluefin chili sauce and a math plate. How glorious was that math plate? It really put it over the edge. Quite delicious indeed. Thank you so much for feeding me this wonderful thing. You have won this challenge. Everyone, give a round of applause for Thanos.
Yay! And thank you, Camo Catherine, $5.12.
Oh my God.
And Yoshme for $100 supporting the great cause. Love to see more of this.
What's that put us at?
Thank you so much. What's our total at? Yeah.
Our total is now at $19,568.
Pretty awesome, guys.
My goodness.
Good lord.
My goodness, y'all.
You
That's
guys
incredible.
are amazing.
Thank you so much.
Way to go, Thunus.
So, Thanos
Real
wins.
happy for you.
I did this
The
for my
next-
people, y'all.
How many points was your dish worth?
His dish ended up being worth 15.
Damn, son.
So, to pull back the veil. So that'll be the end of the session, I think. Let me see if there's anything else to like close out the stuff, and then I'll talk through kind of like what happened there in terms of the judging. So the winner. Okay, and the winner receives a free popularity aspect. So what that means is because you won, you kind of get to say something to the fans.
Corsair Bebop, Lordy.
No, and look at what Sooner Kate just
Sooner
did.
Kate too.
God.
Oh my goodness, you guys.
Everyone trying to snipe that towards the very end. Corsair Bebop, Ryan, 20K, send it, has been overly generous this entire...
My goodness.
Guys, thank you so much, you two.
And then...
Sooner Kate with
Sooner
another
Kate.
500. Holy
Too close not to
butts.
hit that goal.
You guys.
Amazing. We love all the support for
Incredible.
Dr. Slab
At the buzzer,
Incredible.
you guys got us to 20K.
My
that
goodness.
exceeds our wildest dreams for
That's
this
crazy.
year.
That's
Amazing
crazy.
job, you guys.
Y'all are the
Crazy.
best.
We're gonna have to plan out gingerbread.
We gotta do gingerbread.
Bean Boozled.
We gotta do Bean Boozled gingerbread.
yeah,
We'll put
same
Bean
time.
Boozled on the gingerbread. A popularity aspect.
I'm so happy we hit it.
This is an aspect that you can call upon that has to do with the audience, right? So basically, because you won, you're going to get a bonus in the eyes of the audience.
Okay.
It's all
Oh.
going to be based on, now you need to give like a little speech to the audience in terms of, your success and everything like that. How do you feel now that you've won?
You know, I feel just really energized and ready to go into the next round. I went in there, and when I saw that it was sugar snails, I knew immediately this is my round. This is me because I've been trained for so long in dessert fusion. It's like this ingredient was chosen just for me, and now I'm ready to take it to the next round and win this thing for the people of Bluefin.
Yay,
Sounds
Nagiri!
Yay! People are clapping, everything like that. Holly Go Lightwave pops up right next to you. Congratulations! I am so proud of you. What a great way to start off this season of Uranium Chef. And then it cuts away. All right, so that's going to be the end of this session. You now have a popularity aspect that we can flesh out later if you want to, but it's going to have to do with you got kind of like a fan favorite popularity aspect because you were
Interesting.
being so positive about that, and you're talking about being energized and everything. So it's like people they look at you and they go, "This is someone who's got gumption. They're gonna make it happen."
Yeah.
All right. So, what happened with the scores? So, Ash got a 15. All right. The total was 7 from the sweet sugar snail stir fry, 6 from the spicy bluefinian chili sauce, and a +2 for the math plate
Damn.
plating aspect.
at
Rick
plating.
got a 13. 7 from the sugar snail roll, 5 from the Cardovian musk beetle paste, +1 from the plating because you had to do it quickly because Messbot messed with you. So you got a 13 total. So you're behind Ash by 2. So you got second place. Jazzy, you got third place.
Yeah.
You had started with an 11 from your sugar snail trifle, which is definitely the highest level anybody got on their original thing. But obviously you didn't put any sides on it. And Dr. Durian has a what is it called? It's a specific thing that says that he hates foods that don't have multiple aspects.
Okay.
So you got a -2
Oh.
for not having.
So that's what I was going to
multiple
ask.
aspects.
Is it purely just about the points? Because it's got to be more about the judge's own personal taste.
The
as
judges'
well.
personal tastes come in. So all the judges have
See, I know
little
now
eccentricities
though. I
about it.
can't plate. I can't mess with
Right,
it.
you don't want to
Plate.
exactly, and so, but that's fine because that honestly, that's what the first round is about, is
Yep.
figuring
Yeah.
out that stuff. So if you play in the future, now you know, and in the future when we have more rounds, you will have the opportunity. Like you could try and make a dish, add a bunch of side aspect to it, and then you could even try and go for a second dish to try and do an even better one or make one for somebody else or whatever. Right, so it's like there's ways of getting around.
And
that.
like the next round, if we were to do it, is supposed to be 10 rounds. Is that right?
It's like 10 rounds, and you guys are on a team.
Oh.
It's a pretty exciting one, and it's got a really cool theme that is. I hope we do it.
Okay.
Because I think it'll play very well. Too.
Well, you guys will have to let us know if
Yeah.
you guys want to see us do it.
I'll say the other stuff that I was hoping to do, like I had asked specifically if these were sea snails because I wanted to talk to the snail, specifically ask it like, I know this is dark, but have any of the judges say how they would like to eat you?
Oh goodness!
Or you could talk to another contestant say, like, hey, buddy,
Yeah.
you do realize you're about to get cooked and eaten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And be like, no. And scuttles away.
So what I will say is, keep that in your back pocket for next time.
Yeah. For sure.
I got a lot of info. I don't
No,
know about you guys.
Jazzy's got the book that's going to carry her to the season finale.
So she'll just
And
have
so-
to.
Well, I wonder how long that mess spot info is going to stay relevant because if he gets voted
He
off
might
at the
be
end
in
of this
trouble.
episode.
So, and here's the other thing I will say. All right, Jazzy getting information is a very smart thing to do, and especially because in the next round, the judges will come in and sit halfway through. You can try and snoop, you can try and woo, you can try and do all kinds of things to get in, not only in their favor, but to learn things about
So,
them. Like
since
their
I
favorite
learned
dishes and
something
things.
about mess bots,
Yep.
can I actually use his technique now that I know how he does it?
You might be able to. Yeah.
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 If you're skilled enough, I suppose.
I think that because of your skill set, you probably could. So, that was Uranium Chef for today, our round one. We got through 6 scenes. Not bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
And especially because we're still kind of learning how to play it. I think that was a lot of fun.
That
Do you want to
was-
show
that
up
was
the
a lot of
characters
fun.
one more time, Ash?
What?
Yeah, show all of our characters. Show Rick's.
Oh, so yeah, let's go through
Yep.
this again. Rick's Zorro character.
Zorb. It's Zorbabor Borbadorb, thank you.
He really is Borbadorable.
Jasmine's scuba character.
Wendy.
Wendy Smith.
Wendy.
Sandy Wimpth.
And then my Thanos character.
Thanos.
Yeah.
Thanos. I don't really know.
Great.
You know, I don't really know how to say my
It's
name.
Latin or Greek or something.
How do you know where Greece and
Latin are?
Latin are? Where's Latin?
Yes.
first
Those are
time you said
that's the
Greece,
amazing
like
art
the
by
movie.
Jasmine, who drew all of our characters. We had created these character sheets like a week ago, and Jasmine drew them all up.
Yep.
Awesome job. Price, thank you for being our DM.
Yeah,
this was a lot of
amazing
fun.
job. A lot of fun
Yeah.
characters.
Oh, I love it.
Boom. So, I guess I'll switch back to me since I'm still talking.
Yep.
I think this is sort of wrapping up our Stumptmas in general as well.
Can I just say,
And
real
what a
quick,
great way to end.
I was,
on-
look at it. Looks like you're wearing the hat in the background.
It does.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Perfect.
Blocking the tree. Here,
No,
yeah,
no, no.
Down,
Sit
down.
down like you were. It's perfect.
There you
There
go.
you go.
Good. Good.
We're in the tree hats.
Yep.
I'm wearing these hats. All 4 of them. 4 hats. Each one representing someone that donated $1,000.
There
which
was
is-
big or
there was
there's-
Tricky Tanuki.
Tricky Tanuki.
Big guy.
There's 5
Big guy.
actually.
Oh, is there 5?
Yep.
That's right.
Dylan's.
Because we have another hats to
Maybe
get.
the Zero. And
There's maybe.
Maybe it's the 5th hat.
yeah.
Yep. Dropped it on karaoke day.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you to everybody out there who
Yeah.
has
Yes.
donated any amount.
Absolutely.
We appreciate the heck out of you because we've been able to raise over $20,000.
It's amazing.
$20,605.
amazing.
$605.
Think of what that does for Doctors Without Borders.
That's
It's incredible.
Incredible.
Just think
Yeah.
about how much we
Incredible.
raised last year, and we went for 12 days last year. We raised $6,600 something dollars.
Yeah.
Which was still incredible, but we exceeded that on our first day,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah. You
That's
guys
insane.
are amazing.
You guys,
amazing people.
you should feel good about you guys are good people.
And 12 cents. Don't forget the 12 cents.
My bad. Yeah, that's absolutely insane. I'll just say from a personal standpoint that doing all of the interesting, not standard streams that we did during Stumptmas, some of the funnest stuff that I've done. Live
Yeah,
streaming.
yeah. This was fun. Doing the board games was fun.
The,
VR, all the random VR stuff.
the
that we did. The
karaoke?
karaoke was
Karaoke
fun.
was a blast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was great. It was great.
That was amazing.
Yeah, and thank you so much for all of your help. And Ryan,
Yes.
You guys are incredible.
amazing.
You guys have done way too much, and we can't thank you
not
enough.
only did Ryan donate a ton of money, but also brought food with
And presents,
Anna
and it's
presents.
ridiculous
guys
how
are so
kind you guys
awesome.
have been.
Great
It's
people.
incredible.
Yep.
Absolutely insane. Also, big shout out to my family that cooked us baked goods
Yes.
as well.
Thank you.
And then, just big shout out to the mods as well that seriously worked overtime during all of Stumptmas because
Absolutely.
we got front page practically every day,
Yes.
which created a
Definitely
ton
helped.
more work for them.
Definitely helped.
But you guys still kept it fun and inviting, and thank you so much.
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe next year, border wallpaper. Maybe next year we'll get those tattoos.
Yeah. Hey, we'll see.
Anyway, anything else that you guys want to say before we wrap this up?
Thank you to the mods for being
Yes.
incredible, as you always are. I see all that mod love dropping
Yep.
in there.
I want to welcome all the new followers and subscribers
Yes.
that we got. Welcome to the Stump community, and we hope that you guys enjoyed as much as we have.
We will be discussing when we'll be doing the stretch goals.
Yep.
The Bean Boozled
Yeah.
and
And,
the gingerbread.
Oh, there's one more
Oh.
donation there
that?
at the end there.
Zeptic.
Let's see here. Donations.
Zeppy.
Oh, Zeptic. like.
The donation bar seems to be all the way up there, though. Will this help? It definitely helps,
Every bit
Seppi.
helps.
Thank you so much.
So
We will discuss when we're actually going to do it.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can do it before
Christmas.
Before Christmas.
Yeah.
We'll talk about our songs ourselves, and we'll put out that information to you
Yeah.
guys when to tune in, because we need to, purchase the gingerbread stuff.
Yep.
And then
we have been boozled, but we're probably going to need to take a Saturday off to get some family stuff. We've been away from our families for 2 weeks. We're going to get back in touch with our family maybe the weekend after next.
I know we had said that this coming Saturday we might do Being Boozled, but yeah, this Saturday we're not going to be local streaming.
Another $4.88 to round it up. Let's round it out this time. Thank you, McGalaxy.
You're the real
Yes.
hero. So yeah, just stay tuned to us on Twitter and stuff, and
In
we'll
Discord,
let you guys
yep.
know when we will be streaming the Bean Boozled and the gingerbread. Hopefully before Christmas.
Yep.
yeah, and we'll leave this beautiful tree up
We're gonna leave this amazing tree up for all
all of
of
December.
the
Yep.
holiday.
We're gonna make sure that everybody who's donated gets on the tree.
Thank you, Creeper
Thank you,
Wolf.
Creeper Wolf.
Yes, you guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. I'm absolutely overwhelmed by your guys' generosity in helping us do this, because we had set our expectations, but we didn't think that you guys would like blow them away.
I knew you would.
Yeah, like Price knew. I was very cautiously optimistic.
We felt pretty comfortably that we can get to 10K, but
Yeah.
the fact that we doubled that is incredible. Here's to another fantastic year of Stumped, and to a bigger, better Stumpmas next year, guys.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, with that, y'all, I think that's where we're going to end Stumpmas. As you tune in the future, obviously we'll still be celebrating the holidays. We'll still have this amazing tree up, but we're going to get rid of the overlays and stuff, and we'll be announcing our amazing amount of money that we have raised. So, again, just huge thank you to everyone that gave. You guys are amazing. With that, yeah, have yourselves a fantastic rest of your Wednesday.
Happy
and-
Hanukkah to those who are celebrating.
Yeah.
We know it's day 2.
Yes, it started.
And yeah, happy holidays, everybody. From us at Stumped, just have a happy holiday. I've been Ash, joined by Rick, Price, and Jazzy. We'll catch you all next time.
Bye, guys.